Oi, oi. Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Welcome back to another exciting Flat Earth Day. Are you excited? Are you very excited? Don't be that excited. not too excited. Don't shit yourselves. No, be excited. Be very excited. We have got a fantastic show lined up. There's going to be juice. The juiceth will overfloweth. Okay, from beginning to end. It's going to be hours of hundreds of new, fresh, juicy images, texts, mind splats galore. Can you handle that? And we've got maybe a bit of humor along the way. I think God is going to come in and check on me again, see how things are going. So, how are you enjoying it so far? It's a good game, isn't it? I'm absolutely fucking loving it. Stupidest reset ever, but the most fun I've ever had. So, I'll give you a few of you shouts. Welcome. So, tonight's show, FEB, Here to Eternity. I'm going to have a little ponder. I'm going to have a little think about the meaning of what they mean by eternity. I'm thinking along the lines of, are our Phoenician hosts, are they eternal? Eternal meaning to be in a perpetual moment or a perpetual now. A now that lasts forever without time. But there's different philosophical notions. There's the classical notion of what exactly is going on with eternity. You know, the eternity promised to you by Jesus. That's why it got nailed up and all of the rest, isn't that so? There's different types of eternity, though. I was wondering whether the elites themselves or the ruling classes are, in fact, in some way eternal, or maybe last just a really, really long time because of their bloodline or their genealogy, which we're going to look into on this post right now concerning Giant Noe and his genealogy. So we're going to have a think about eternity. We're going to have a think about Phoenicians. We're going to have a think about the fact, really, that I would deny that this is our sole purpose in this perceived reality, is that they cannot exist without us. So by us being here, they exist. Some sort of weird energy source. I deny that's the case. I deny that they keep saying that there is no way out here. You can check out any time you want, but you can never leave, is what the programming says. Now, I don't agree. I think there is a paradise. I think there is a promised land. You know, the one that Martin Luther King keeps banging on about when he's on the top of the mountain. What mountain is that then? And ye have seen the promised land denied to us. The place probably where we all hail from when they brought us to this, you know, old quarry place that we now found ourselves in the simulation, of course, and the weird game that we find ourselves in, which is freaky as fuckness on a high level, wouldn't you agree? But what we do on Flat British is we make the most of it. We see the lighter sides of life. Okay, so we bring a lot of love and higher vibrations and a lot of expert, finely tuned, not giving a fuckness. Does that make sense? Okay, you ready? Okay, get your happy hats. Flat thumbs to eternity, thrice, forever and ever. That's a mighty long time. So, you feeling happy? Got that fuzzy feeling in your belly? Okay, let's get this underway. So, it's Rich, 007. I did send messages. I'm trying to get in contact with you and your fellow host of your showage, the Solid Rock from Here to Eternity. Yeah, well, I didn't want to say that because everyone's going to instantly visualize Burt Lancaster and whoever the woman was, like rolling around in the sea on the beach. Are they not? So, Derby Ministry, good to see you. Bless up. Hiya. Okay, it's not hello, it's hiya. Moonbeamage and Albert Billy. Good to see you, Albert Billy, my brother. And Brennan. Bumblebee Tuner to you, Brennan. And Rahi, Tiki, Oye, whatever that means, I don't know. It's good, Cher. It's good to see you, Cher Hall, and Hippie Shake, who's in the house. So, in a little while, a couple of weeks or so, we're meeting Hippie Shake and Moonbeam Mitch as well. You heard, and Moonbeam Mitch in the Flat Earth British, the Holy Grail Reset Conference, which is on us, like only 2 weeks away. If you do hope to get a ticket, I will get one now. You'll find them in the descriptions box and linked up in this chat feed shortly. I'll do it shortly. People may presume that they could actually pay on the door, but that is, as I explained on a post previous, that might not be the case because it's sort of hotel with security and we cannot exceed our numbers for love nor money, so we have to get it right. So we will let you know if there are any places left a few days before the event, but that is it. Otherwise, tickets only, because Fiona was asking, little wing in chat. So get your happy hats on and feel happy. Not that, because Martin is here to entertain your ass. Lucky you. And you got treats galore, lots and lots of treats, things shared, and I'll leave your head spinning by the end of it all. You wonder, what the fuck was all of that? Well, poor Brian. Yeah, that's a come here to blow your mind. Who's going to blow mine? I'll blow my own mind, don't worry. Esley, John Keeley, and Dr. La. Hi, Dr. La. And Bill Miller. All right, let's have some lemon tea. We live life on the edge. You know what I mean? Stormy, the Pipple. Good to see you. Okay, right. So if you could you please share this out? I'm going to compose myself in order to be able to think. So there's nearly 400 of you just shit out of nowhere. Absolutely fantastic. Make sure to share this show out, will you? Cool. Martin, can you find me on Skype? Same name. I will do that, Rich. I will do that. Adam Cookage, good to see you. And Gainer. Good to see you, my friend. And Flat Earth. Indeedy. Double flat thumbs to infinity thrice. Eternity for this vlog. Because we're going to think about from here to an eternity. Or more to the point, I'm thinking about time itself as we know now as a construct, because it hasn't actually got any grip anymore. As the days are just flying out of control, and the hours and the minutes don't even seem to matter anymore, in case any of you haven't noticed. So that's happened somewhere in the future, and we're feeling the repercussions of it right now. So the science nutters will push the forward arrow of time, entropy, if you like, as their notion for what is happening with this concept of time, which is all it is. It's a concept, a watch to make you its bitch for the man. Get up, go to work, come home, do everything by this timepiece is a construct. So thinking along them lines, if it is a construct, and we're thinking of eternity being outside of time, which is what they tell you on the internet for its definition, is it's a quality or state of being eternal. Infinite time lasting throughout eternity. So again, with the time construct, which I'm not really getting, and the state after death. So they're pushing that as well. Immortality, and seemingly endless and immeasurable time, and eternity of delays. An eternity of delays, or a eternity is a permanent now. Now, we've only got nows. That's all we've ever had is nows. Now moments, and the ones that everyone, fucks their heads up about, the previous now moments don't actually exist anymore. Did they even ever? If there's only ever now moments. So all that ever fucking is now. And the future nows, well, we haven't got to them yet. But I feel that with the future nows, we may be through some weird connection connected to all of the other nows to a future you now moment, and be able to do some sort of messaging, if you like. What would the future you think of the you now, the now you? If it was the future you in 10 years' time to look back at the you now, what you think he would think or she would think? It's a curious thought, isn't it? So eternity. Now, with the elites and the royals, royal houses, and the powers that should not be, I feel that the royals, etc., are probably just faces for the public, and the real rulers, if you like, probably you won't see. A lot of people on the internet think reptilian agenda, etc., don't they? So we're looking into the genealogy of all of these kings and these Phoenician royal households of the present day included, include in basically clues in old texts, one of which is sent in and another one to corroborate with, which is concerning Noah and his flood. Okay, and not the biblical narrative either, and not another narrative that I've heard of. You won't find any of this in any religion. So it's a complete alternative hypothesis for what went down after the flood, because it's all sketchy, this information. Now, I noticed somebody just put in chat a little bit earlier about Gulliver's Travels, and I was thinking about exactly this last night. Are we in Lilliput? Is this what been going on? Is, in this Gulliver's Travels, he has a shipwreck and then he wakes up in another land, maybe another land cloaked to us through a vibrational issue. We haven't got a vibration there yet to be able to perceive these places. And then he goes there and it's full of little people. Could that have happened? Could we be the little people on Lilliput? Or could we have smaller people and we could be the giants? It is food for thought, but we're going to have a look at some clues concerning giants and where they might come from. Okay, and eternity and 1,000 things besides. So are you ready for that? 471 of you, are you? We're going to have a little giggle later on. Won't be too disgusting. I put a warning anyway in the disclaimer in the descriptions box below, just in case anybody's got sensitivities or anything towards my Brian. Okay, I will exhibit my consciousness on YouTube. This is something I'm definitely going to do if I can get away with it, and have fun at the same time. It's good, isn't it, guys? Having fun, yeah? Okay. So I'm going to share, first of all, guys. Now, as you know, we're only 2 weeks away from the convention. I'm going to share a little bit of a video later concerning Campbell, who's also didactic, who's going to be playing a part. All people are going to be included. We're going to be on this video later, so it's going to be really, really exciting. Lizards, parasites, hybrids, it's all the same. They hate the rest of us to death. Well, again, we always thought on Flat Earth British, that the part of this hacking the consciousness thing and just exposing the way that reality works, the end would be that, death wouldn't be a subject or an issue, and there would be no more suffering in this place or poverty or any of their bullshit, wars, anything. None of this is even going to be a thing anymore. So that was the ideal of where this new shift, awakening. Remember, everybody's going to be wakened to the illusions, or the illusion, the dream, and not the lies. The lies are also part of the illusion. So they're going to be wakened to the illusion. It's going to be so big. And remember, because there's only now moments, that would mean that it is all of history waking up simultaneously at the same moment, somewhere in the near future. Now, everyone knows something big is coming. Everyone can feel it. They get a tingly feeling. They're unsure. A lot of people get like negativity attacks, telling them that it's not going to be fucking groovy when it is going to be fucking groovy. That is the parasite. That is the mental parasite trying to break you down so you don't get your vibration ready, so you fail it when the time comes. It's part of their bullshit. And we are sorely fucking tested as truthers, guys. We really are. When you you know, when you dig into one rabbit hole or another and you find these incredible truths, they will try to fucking distract you and stop you at any cost. They don't want everybody just waking the fuck up. This is the last thing they want, because they're going to be basically having to go, because as far as I can see, they will be non-existent. They won't even be a thing anymore in this place. Anybody, I don't know anybody who wants them yet. Yeah, our true enemies in this entire lifetime and after lifetime is them, the rulers, the governments, the powers that should not be. Why have we got to live in a place like that? And let's think about eternity a second, guys. So in the elites, you've got like, okay, I'll give you some examples. Okay, interview with the vampire, is that what it's called? Or interview with the vampire? I don't even know which reality. So you've got elites, or they're vampires, and they live a few hundred years, but they got to suck blood and be vampires, and they live a sort of eternal life. There's Dr. Sleep, isn't there? And that's all about, I guess, like sort of the adrenochrome thing. And is that another thing they need to keep them going for eternal life? And other stuff seems to be about the gold as well. And it all ends bad for them. It ended bad for me, an interview with a vampire. Another example, Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray. So he ends up killing himself in the end after he does everything this realm has to offer. He comes back after a lifetime or lifetimes and ends up killing himself. Now, if you was to be promised eternal life, eternity in this realm, would you take it? Now, this realm is piss fucking poor. There must be better than this. Yeah. So even if, like, you know, everyone goes in through this realm, sees everything, does everything, you know, they're still really unhappy because it's very seemingly limited for a 5th or 6th century perception of reality, right or wrong. So even the elites, themselves, the billionaires, so they are not happy, any of them. It doesn't make any difference how much money they have got. None of them have any fiber of existence or any happiness, because nothing would mean anything to them, because they got everything. So would you want to live eternal life like that? No. Eternal life in poverty? No. Eternal life of struggling and taxes in this realm forevermore? No. So in eternity, okay, it would not be a good place, sure, for you. Okay, it would have to be somewhere else. I got that like Superman curl going on. It goes into an S. And I'm thinking that there must be somewhere else. Super fantastic for everyone to be, or everywhere, somewhere we all should be. That is actually home. Actually home. I did feel something once, one of the most profound experiences of my entire existence, which I akin to be eternity, is I had a feeling, I'd like dipped my toes, if you like, into what I suspected was eternity. And I had a feeling, if you can call it that, so strong that I never ever wanted to leave. And I mean, all of this, everything in this realm was meaningless in comparison to this feeling that I had, that I just lost connection with, and I've like been just forgetting about. But when I remember, then you like sort of want to seek it again, that feeling. So where is eternity? Is it real? Is it really close by? Another realm 10 times better than this. And all you gotta do, okay, is switch your frequency, change the realm, shift it all, change your paradigm, and perceive it through intent and love. And it's done. Would you believe that? Why wouldn't you believe that? This realm is way malleable. Look what they can do with it. They can just shit out a new paradigm in 2 years flat after locking everyone down. Where is everyone? Everyone dead? Are we dead in the simulation? Well, they tell us we are. Little Wing, they tell us a lot of stupid shit, especially with the connection to do with death. And then it defines your reality, because it's like, how many people are saying, oh, you only get the one life, son. You got to make the most of it. Oh, is that so? Oh, right. Okay. Is that the case? Then why are there so many of these karmic connections in life? Through lifetime after lifetime, eternal love that lasts throughout whatever this place is. I was going to say time. What about that? Karmic connections cannot be ignored. D'Angelo, good to see you, my friend. Dallas Fowler. So I'm thinking along the lines of giants being the ruling class for these royals initially, which I have evidence for now in a couple of forms to corroborate. You are spot on. Oh, thank you, Rich. And Supermat. Ah, that's really nice. Thank you, Alexa. Happy little Martin. It doesn't take much to make Martin happy. I'm actually, you know, really simple person to make happy. Just not like them wanting shit. And God wants us to be equal to him or her. Well, I was thinking about this earlier, actually. We're going to talk about this a bit later, Scott, whether God is actually a dude or a chick. Because I'm feeling along the lines of like God is like a feminine influence, like chickage, or the devil. Yeah, we've all seen Bedazzled with you know who this early, haven't we? That was a devil chick. Yeah, I think the devil, right, would definitely be a woman. Yeah, if she was a devil, would you be a woman? You fucking know it. So I'm thinking that that's another load of fucking bullshit, isn't it? Well, we're gonna have a word from God later. He's coming in to check on me. Somebody tipped me off. I can't tell you who or how this happens. Okay. I love it here. We love you too, Fiona. We're going to see you in a few weeks. Okay, if you want to meet Fiona, okay, get to the convention, the conference, which keeps becoming a convention. Jolly Man. Oh, I see a jazz soldier in the house. Jolly Man is saying hi to him. Just get up. I can't see what that says. Dr. Respect. Respect. Dr. Respect. Dawn. Right, let's have some more of this lemon tea. I would like to be there now. Well, maybe you can just close your eyes and teleport. Maybe you all can. Okay. But mind you, you wouldn't all get in my tiny flat, probably. Not 570 of you. I doubt that. My floor would go through. Blood's hanging, good. On the range. Isn't it funny when they call like, you know, with the watery thing with the Phoenicians, somebody's born and like their child or their descendant, the offspring, like off of a spring. The future history, this is deep. I like it. Well, we do that sort of thing here. We try to philosophize. I like to think on the cutting edge of thinking. Okay. You know, the key issue is thinking stuff that nobody else has thought before. Is what the idea is. RM. And by that nature, just ask Terence McKenna. Do you think Terence McKenna was not a shill? I don't know. Calvin Bell, good to see you. Anyway, let's get it stuck into this juicage. Where's Malage? Is she in your house? And Alexa saying hi to Hippie. Not home. Oh, yes, very good. Okay, let's get into the juicage. Now, I'm going to share now about Noah and some documents, and one that got sent to me by a French lady by the name of Claudine. Okay, and we're going to think about Noah and the time after this floodage. Okay, but first, this is coming up, guys. Do not miss it. If you're in Britain land, I would not miss this for love nor money. Okay, get a hotel, get on a holiday for Easterage, and come and have a flat earth British splurge out and have a fantastic fucking time. Okay, now I've been really busy. So if you have sent me emails and stuff, I'm lagging a bit behind. I'm not being ignorant. I just can't. I can only do so much stuff with my time. Okay, that includes answering lots and lots of emails. So all of this fantastic juiciness following the tour that finished a couple of weeks ago, actually, which I took part of, maybe 75% of anyway. So there you are, big funky. Do Flat Earth British do only 2 weeks away. Okay, guys, Easter Saturday. So get there, get Birmingham, and meet all these people. Look at the speakers: Mike Devlin, Dave Murphy, also Didactic, and more. I shit you not. Get there. So that is in only 2 weeks, guys. Okay, so this is going to be a biggie and the biggest truth do of the year. No doubt about it. A lot of eyes watching. Make sure to get there. Anyway, on with the juice. Noah. So we've gone through a lot of narratives concerning Noah. Excuse me, I've got Mel's thing stuck up on the thing, and it will stop the. Let me get rid of that. It will stop the images. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, share this out, 600 odd of you, if you would. He says in a really Welsh accent. So yeah, these are fantastic, these books. Absolutely mind-blowing alternative ideas for what happened after the floods. And not only that, I get the sense of when they're writing these books, it's sort of like, you know, in living memory and not in biblical times. So I601 on this one. And I posted about this maybe 2 years ago. And we pulled a narrative because they had Taria in here, loads of information about the Phoenicians, but there's only a few key points I want to touch upon, which corroborate the next text, which gives us the clues that the ruling classes of Europe, the Phoenicians of today, descended from Noah, who was a giant. Okay, and not altogether I'm feeling a good giant like he's been advertised. He seems to be in this book a little bit of a shit. Okay, now Noah in this book goes across Europe and is containing the first inhabitation of peoples thereof. Apparently there were people about, so he's not the only person that has survived, or family, yeah, that has survived in a boat. In fact, there's loads and loads of boats I'll show you images of later. Now, he's also recapitulation of the kings, governors, and rulers and commanders, and the same of the first building of Troy by Dardanus. Now, in the next book that was sent in, which got a bit of a translation for because it's in French, it also talks of the building of Troy, but it talks about in this book the first building of cities. It's been really, really flooded out the ink and the copy, I'm afraid, but we got enough information out about it. They founded the city of Troy. So basically, Noah, who's a good giant, and this is according to the Chaldean accounts, apparently a Chaldean account, he traipses across Europe trying to repopulate it himself. Only his son Sham decides, because he's an evil witch and magician, to cast a spell upon his father so he could do no more wrongdoing. Anyway, so there's a city of Enos here, which was the first city in the world, and it was built by Cain, the son of Adam. So we can also attribute Babylon, okay, the city of Babel itself, or city of Baalbek, is attributed to being built by the giant who is Cain. And also show you evidence in this later of Adam possibly being a giant also. In fact, they all seem to be giants. And in the mountain of Lubanus and the land of Syria, and in particular the province of Phoenicia, not far from the famous city of Jerusalem, situated in Holy Land. So the first cities on earth, okay, so all of this is populated apparently by just one small boat of people, which I find weird. Anyway, giants and titans are also included, and fearsome weapons it talks about. And it says here, only the good giant Noe, who is Noah, is among the rest feared God. Okay, so he's feared, but apparently he proclaims himself master of the universe. And we mean God of it all, apparently. So he's a bit of a, sounds a bit of a megalomaniac, but he does lose his shit anyway, I reckon, a lot. So the boat comes down in Armenia, which is like the biblical account and the Chaldean account. But remember, there are loads and loads of flood myths, even in the Veda has got the flood story. China has a couple of floods as well. So there is so much going on here. So we have the Titans here. Okay, so he's accompanied by Prometheus and Dupus, Macari, and 16 Titans, and they were all giants. Okay, Cranus, Crano, and there's all their names now, and their daughters. So he went off. He's a giant. He goes across Europe, repopulating it, setting up cities, nobilities. Okay, all from apparently this ark. And his brother takes, or excuse me, his son Shem takes apparently a third of or more of the world's surface in power, which is given to him by himself, I gather, not his father, but he took a lot of land, is what I'm saying. So all of Asia, Shem or Sham had. So it talks about Troy being in existence way, obviously, before 2,300 years, it says in this book, before Christ age. Before Christ age. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about this one too much, but the information in this is shared in the book, in the basically the descriptions box below, and it is all about Tartaria. It's all about giants and Noah and his trip across the whole of Europe, including France, which it says there. Okay, all of Europe, passing through Spain, France, Italy, okay, the countries, which will corroborate what it says in the next book that I'm showing you. Also there, Tanis in Tartaria, from whence he first went forth. I'm not sure what that is, but again, Tartaria is in here, and also the monarchs of Babel, the first rulers with the monarchs of Babel. So I'm getting that at this point, okay, that Noah is a Phoenician. He arrives in a boat out of the water, and so does his family, and the giants, and they repopulate the world, and all of the Phoenician architecture, the Phoenicians themselves, I don't think they reproduce. I think they're like in eternity or eternal. And I'm getting the sense that they're giants. They are giants, is what I'm getting. The buildings that were here before, they were all for giants. There was giants living alongside us, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so the next one. So this genealogy was fantastic. As I said, it was passed to us, but it's in French. Got more translations to come with this, sent from Claudine. So what does it show us? It's similar to the last book. It corroborates, like, you know, that Shem is Malaysia Dick. I can't even say that right. And that Osiris and Isis, as you know, the Isis and Osiris religion, you know, the golden penis story and a brother and all the rest. You don't have to go into it. But the Egyptian story of Osiris in this is a different account altogether. So you get the genealogy from Noah age, and including Zoroaster, Pan, and Seturian, and we don't have to tell you who them are, after the flood. So we're looking at Bacchus and the gang. Okay, so this document shows Isis and Osiris had a son, and the son was called Great Hercules. And I think in the depictions, it's the guy on the statues you see with that big club. Okay. None of this is ever mentioned. You won't see this any mentions in any religious texts of any sort, or any seldom any, even the classical interpretation won't have this. Anyway, so Hercules came to Gaul, which is France, and he married Galathine. And Galathine was a giantess. And thus all of the kings of France came from that genealogy. Okay, so Osiris and Isis had a son, Hercules. Hercules married a giant in France, and she's had the descendancy for the monarchs in France up until, I guess, in the revolution. And the genealogy for the elites come from that. And Osiris came from Sham, son of Noah. So Osiris, okay, is the son, came from Sham, son of Noah. So he's his grandson. So all of these Phoenician statues, they seem to be all descendants of the Phoenician, who is Noah, who arrives in a boat. Where did the Phoenicians come from? And what happened? The place got reset, mud flooded. They come out of the water, and this is sounding very, very much like this Noah. Now, back to this document. Now, what you find in here is Noah's name is Gallius. His name is a Roman or Phoenician name, excuse me, sure, is Gallius. There. So, patriarch of the world, okay, father of the world, called Noe, surnamed Gallius. So he's got a Phoenician or Roman, if you like. Maybe that's what they named galleys, like ships' galleys, or galleon, like ships' galleon, after Gallius, who is Noe. So yeah, this one is also linked up. There's a lot more of the genealogy. Okay. I don't think there's many people here at all. I really don't. If you look on Google, everyone's concentrated in cities. Everywhere's empty space. I'm thinking they're completely lying about all of the population issue, just to breed fear of overpopulation. So this is another fantastic map I need, 1733. And I show you the building of the ark. It's way too much sort of information, I'm thinking, for the time. It's like, how do they know this shit? But I noticed it's supposed to have animals 2 by 2, but they are taken to survive Armageddon. Some dragons somewhere. They seem to be an actual physical creature, which they're going to be taking 2 by 2. So it looks like the game Fallout, where they got all stores, like an Armageddon store, to feed 2 of every creature on Earth. I very fucking much doubt that. How would that work out? Unless they knocked them all out with sleepy drugs, which would make perfect sense. Oh. So yeah, it actually shows you the images of said terrible deluge, but I think there was probably 2. Excuse me. Oh, it's all gone to shit. I think I'll just refresh that. Yeah, it's good, this one. Oh, look at that. Gallagher fucking cut it. Oh, they're total shits, aren't they? Surface gone. It would be, wouldn't it? I'm going to fucking show that. It's still linked below. I'll pick it up in a minute. No, don't worry about all that. Fuck off. We lose that. So yeah, anyway, it shows you the building of the ark, etc. And Kirster also picked up on this. If you don't know about Kirster from 1602, 1680, he seems to know everything what's going on with Noah's flood. Like it's happened like recently. Wow, Gallagher are being real shits, aren't they? Yep, they cut it. Gallagher cut the feed. They would do. So anyway, that's linked up below. So let's have a think about Noah. Are we in Noah's Ark anyway? So what you see, right, is apparently they didn't really mention like the fact, like they didn't mention it was a boat or a vessel as such in the Bible up until like recent days. It was like a building or like a castle or a church, like a house, and then that was in a vessel. And you see it on loads and loads of medieval depictions where it's just a building, like with different levels and different floors, a bit like our realm with different levels and different floors. Here again, or like one of those houseboats which we talk about on different vlogs. Maybe, you know, they could have just, you know, maybe Noah's Ark is Venice. Maybe they just pulled it in there and then just scuttled it, concreted it in, whatever you stoned it in, and then you got the buildings there. Again, with a big building in that depiction. And then you get like the sort of biblical account. This is, you know, the measurements for what they say they have. And it looks like that. It looks like a big warehouse. But Phoenicians, again, just no way. He's in a building, like a house with towers on top, which looks like for birds. And the Phoenicians are here, Melusine, looking in the mirror. Why are the Phoenicians there in the Noah narrative while the whole world gets flooded? Because the Phoenicians, the masters of watery wickedness, and it is them caused the biblical flood, not the bearded god in the sky. Although The Greeks and the Roman gods and the Phoenician gods and the ones we all recognize and know now are all over this. So I would say that this was a deliberate floodage by Phoenicians and not what your contemporary idea of a bearded god would be. That's more of a vessel, isn't it? So you don't open that window if it gets a bit choppy, Noah. Your boat will sink and the whole of the future of mankind will be in jeopardy. So yeah, is this one essential source for humanity? Is this what sounding like a proper psychopathic family? I don't know, because he instilled a load of bullshit. So he was a Phoenician. Yeah. So giants. So there's us like 6 foot. Is this the fall of man? And now we're just like smaller because all the trees got chopped down, vibration dropped in this place, and then we're all gone just little. So Noah, he was this big. He lives like 800 years. So not eternal, but you get a longer life. So that may be something to do with 2 sons, maybe shorter days, who even knows. And Adam, who's thought to be buried or carried in the ark itself, is a bigger giant himself. So the first man is a giant. How can we be related to them when we're not? So this is in the Arabic world. They say this is Noah's tombage, and it is indeed the tomb of a giant. Obviously, I can't say whether he's in there or not, but it's Noah, who's a giant. Okay. Noah's Ark, they rebuilt it in Kentucky as well. They paid 100 million on it just to construct it. They got a real big thing, the elites, about Noah's Ark. Have you ever seen that new film that was out with Gerard Butler called Greenland? They have a load of arks because the whole world's going to get wiped out by like a comet age. And they look like ships. They look like submarines. They look like this, in fact, but they have loads of them. So that's supposed to be like the official idea of where it may have landed on the side of Ararat in Armenia, and it looks like a boat from above. And some people say that's it. You know, I can't get that around my head as well. Like lands in a boat on top of a mountain. You know, did they have cold weather gear? As far as I know, even on Ararat, that would be like really, really harsh conditions. People need to think more deeply into this tale. I don't think it's ringing fucking true at all. So Babel, and there is another genealogy of Noah. So the manner how the whole world, the whole earth, was populated by Noah and his descendants after the flood. Nobody else. So managed, like, even if you live 800 years, like, I'm you know, fucking no. That was like, logistically, that seems like to repopulate the whole world. And he got tipped off as well about the flood. So what happened there, guys? How did he get so tipped off? Who gave him the juicage? Noah. What, Lord? Build a fucking ark. I'm going to flood the lot of you and kill you all. Really? See, he didn't tip off all his friends, did he? He didn't say, like, listen, mate, come here. Yeah? Don't worry about your job. Fucking build an ark. He was like proper tight and stingy with the information, with the juicy information as well, don't you know? So I'm thinking, like, you know, he's a bit of a, well, to put a finer point on it, a bit of a twat thinking on it. So yeah, he looks after his own, alienates one of his sons, denies him a wife. He goes off and be's like a total rotter, becomes like the devil himself. And now there's loads of places now with Ham in the title, isn't there? Like Birmingham and other hams, like Nottingham and Ham, Sham is everywhere in our reality. So I've also posted about 4 years ago now the chance that the pyramids could have been basically Noah's Arks, and all pyramids could have been arks because they got beaver technology and they are flood proof. Excuse me, there it is again. So let me move down a bit, and so again, like a building with floors in it. Again, like 3 floors again. That looks more like a submarine. No, it's not. It's a big boat. There was massive sail on that. It didn't say anything about a sail in. So there you go. It's just a big barn there That's like, what? That's just rubbish, that one, isn't it? Everyone else just gets killed. But Hermes is down here. Mercury always seems to make an appearance. This is what I like. You ever seen them water chutes that just dump endless amounts of water? You've seen them, haven't you? They look like that. Well, they're showing you that. Them things, water spouts, just pouring the water. And the water comes from below as well. And everyone perishes. Except for Noah, because he didn't tell anyone. Right. So there's Adam and Eve. So I'm not being funny, but like they're really getting on a bit, aren't they? You know, so God's first man and first woman, Adam and Eve, which is probably the magnetics. Anyway, Alpha and Omega. Okay, this is enough self-opposing magnet business, is what I'm thinking. But anyway, so they're really old. Yeah, they kicked out of Eden. Yeah, for the forbidden knowledge. Yeah, and where's Lilith anyway? So yeah, they got proper old. So yeah, first man, first woman got old and fucked up looking. What's with that? So Seth there, and he's got a load of skulls. I think he went completely batshit crazy. Enos, he gets a city named after him. He's got all people's skulls on him. And Cain, and it goes on. And they're all carrying loads and loads and loads of skulls. Now it's Enoch, he's coming into this realm through a portal-ish sort of looking thing. Methuselah, skulls. Lamech, skulls. Japhet. And at the top is Noah here, who is a Phoenician with Phoenician laurel leaves of control, the cows, the bulls, the Baals, and there's Sham over there, all with skulls. This is some spooky, fucked up shit right there, wouldn't you say? What's the year anyway? 2242. Don't know. So there's more Noah, and every day looked out, and the Phoenicians were in the water. Mermaids. Like, completely understandable. So they didn't have one ark, according to Kirster, in Kirster's books, like I was just going to show you, and I got a screensaver of it, so absolutely excellent. Is they didn't just build one ark, like in our film Greenland, they built 2 arks, 3 arks, loads of arks. So it's not really like one ark and one family, it's loads of arks and loads of people. It's just this is a narrative for the Phoenician takeout of what was Tartaria, is what they caught covering. Clues to these giants. So thinking along the lines of Lilliput, thinking along the lines of there could be lands further north, and they're just shielded to us because of a cloaking, because of our vibration, that will be visible to us, all of us lot anyway. I noticed this. I found this old oil painting, and it's showing Russian giant men. Okay, now these Russian giant men are wearing long, beautiful silk coats, and they wear hats and these collars. Yeah, they look really noble, they look really massive, and they got fantastic clothes, and they're giants-ish. Okay, they're big. And I thought, well, they're populating Russia. This could be like Tartaria. And we got giant Indians, Native Americans. This guy must be 10-footer. Look at the shoulders on him. Yeah, he'd stop a fucking cannonball, punch it back at you. And then I remembered this guy with omnipotence, who looks fucking like got the knowledge of a million years in his Brian. And he's got these same long silks as well. And he's also a giant as well. Same sort of silks as them Russians, and he's a giant, and he looks proper noble again. And then I remembered the Smoky Gods, the lands beyond the North Pole, and Olaf Johnson, and what he discovered when he was in the lands up north. And he discovered, just like what we just seen, these very, very tall gentlemen with hats on, and these long, beautifully ornate silk clothes. And there is the ruler as well, with the same sort of silk, long clothes that Olaf Johnson mentioned. So maybe the giants like Noah and all of these people that they talk about in all of these accounts came from a place really close by. And that would include the physical Phoenicians. Okay. And the obsession with heads as well, and giants' heads. So I'm wondering if they were all giants, the ruling classes. I did post about a few years ago that I found a book about ancient Rome, which showed that like the Roman ruling class were also giants and their statues, giants. What about like the building of St. Petersburg, a city for giants, by Peter the Great? Is he the Great because he's a giant? What about Catherine the Great, also in Russia? Well, is she also a giant? Or any of these ones with the name Great on them? So they're pondering, aren't they? And I remembered how many narratives in the Holy Bible, for example, like with giving me the head of John the Baptist. Maybe it's something about you have to sever the head of a giant. Maybe this is the whole point of why the guillotine was in so much business during the French Revolution, when they were chopping off all of the heads of the elites, harking back to their original source, which was the giants of Noe. But even they've descended. But I do notice that some of the royal family, they are quite big, you know. They are like quite big people. Really, I've seen most of them. But they will tell you right through antiquity anyway of giants. This is an incredible picture. Check this out. A Phoenician goddess in a statue, but she looks real. Again, this same process, offering the laurel leaf. And you'll see this right through all modern day monarchies as well, and power structures. I'll show you some examples later in fantastic color history section later on in this post. Do not miss that. Okay. Do not miss that. Oh, that church looked buried. Anyway, we've got lots and lots to share. These are just some images of giants and statues to give you an idea, like in Rome, the idea of just massive, massive hands and statues, you know, they're just showing you that this place was definitely had flying penises. That might not have been the case. Was inhabited by giants. And there's Pan, just included in the descendancy. All of these demon ages. Yeah. Look, even him, he seems happy though. Styros. What? So, the Grateful Dead. That's the death mask, apparently, of Napoleon Bonaparte. Well, we'll see about that. We're going to have a little think about Napoleon later and his strategies for battling. And whether or not this dude actually existed at all, because I doubt it. Any of these actors existed. Anyway, off with their heads. I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Fee, fi, fo, fum. How many tales are there of, here's a god, you're a god, with the fasces. How many tales are there of, like, Jack and the Beanstalk, for example? What goes on then? He plants magic beans. It goes up through the clouds into another land above us. Yeah, I shit you not. Which is occupied by giants, and they got a chicken that lays golden eggs. Is that the score? Again, with the giant narrative, there's just so many. Jack and the Giant Killer. Well, no, that is Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah. So, again, with the flying penises. So, you know, you could basically walking down the street in antiquity. Yeah, that could fly. Just keep your mouth shut. That could fly down the road in your ear. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Anyway, Phoenician statues. These are the Phoenicians. And I'm sure that they're giants. And they're strange goddesses and godages. So, moving on. Ooh, classical statues. So, the entire classical... Oh, shit, it's God. Martin, what did you just say? Sorry, God. Just checking in again, are you? Yeah, I'm just watching the show, see how it's going down. I've just been to the future just now. Really? Why? Have a word with future, Martin. Well, you can do that. I'm God. I'm without time. I'm eternity. Oh, right. Yeah. I've just been talking about that. So, yeah, what did he say? He's saying you need to up your game. Okay, you need to get a bit more funky, a bit more groovy, and you need to get this shit show moving on a bit. Okay, because time's ticking away. Okay, and I'm getting a bit bored. Okay, you're fantastic though, Matt. Your show is the best on the whole of telly. You know that, don't you? Yeah, you're a big fan. Well, I am growing to like you, Martin. Are you, God? Yeah. Are you a FEB fan? Oh, yeah, yeah. Can you give me a fat thumbs, God? I can't do that. I'm eating and I've got a Coca-Cola. Okay, God. Are you going to come back and see me next week? I am. I'm going to keep checking on you. Make sure that you keep this game happy, funky, and in tune at all times. And what sort of condition was future Martin in? I mean, you know, how was I? Can you tip me off at any time like that, God? Martin, you haven't changed that much in the future. Really? Oh, that is good news. God, I love you, except I think you've got like a bit of an obsession with capitalism and jewels and stuff. Not that it's any of my business. I'm God, I require riches. Okay, I get it. No problemo. God, I'll see you on the next one. Love you loads. Much love. Bye. Bye, Martin. Oh, he's a bit dull, isn't he? I didn't mean that. Right, let's have a look what's happening in antiquity. Oh, felt okay when I started, but it's getting a bit sore now. Wonder what species he is. He's a stupid species. He's probably on his third jab. Yeah, this is what they're all going to do. You know, they're all going to descend into this sort of fucking insanity where they would just do this in the street, guys. You know this, don't you? This is what religion brings. Okay, official religion, on all of it, really. It brings this. It brings fucking chaos to your realm. It even smashes a blue Armageddon, plasma reset. It brings in a blue beetle into your church. Okay, blue beetle into your church. Does it fill you with love and happiness? It doesn't fill me with love and happiness. It's like a fucking horror film. How come every single Hammer horror has a church in it and a pervy priest? Nothing going on though, is there? Whatever. I'm not a Freemason. Oh yeah, I am. You look like Jesuit. No, me, no Jesuit. No, I'm not a Freemason. Yes, you are. You see how he changed? He shape shifted. So people have been saying, Martin, do you know your glasses? They reflect your computer. Well, they do, because like by the nature of having glasses, they reflect. I'd say they look trippy. Oh, fucking lucky fucking you. Use the head of John the Baptist. It's not actually for me. Somebody else ordered it. I can't tell you who. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Shall tell you later. Oh, okay. Just one cornetto. Listen. Oh, my eyes feel funny. Oh, got brain freeze. The Colosseum behind me is Italian. In mud flood look. So ice cream. It's not what I ordered. I wanted mint chocolate chip. But it tastes good. It's also Italian. And I, too, am Italian. The Italians never invented ice cream, and never invented fucking beef burgers either, or any of it. Yeah, or the Phoenicians. Yeah, there's a lot of shit attributed to Rome, and Rome's like basically they weren't important. Basically, in antiquity, nobody gave a shit. Sorry. And here's the nobles of the past, the royal. Oh shit, protein spike. Yeah, even in the past, if you was like Charlemagne or a ruler, you're subject to protein spikes and your eyes popping out. It's all right. You only get that when you have your third and your jab and your booster. You need your booster. So again, they got funky clothes, orbs, and scepters, and this is why everyone is working and tiring their lives away, giving them all their energy so they can have this stupid shit that not one of us gives a flying fuck for at all to you guys. Yeah. Oh, it tickles. That actually feels really nice. Oh, no, it doesn't. If my neck hurts, I'm dying, but it tickles. Strange antiquity. Sire, stop! It's a bag of crisps. Oh shit, the donkey's eating it. Pass. Move. I tell you, move, crisps now. Nothing must get in the way of the crusades. Not any man or woman or bag of crisps. What is it exactly? Sire, it's crisps. They are lethal. If you step on them, they will crunch. Oh, right. They will crunch. Can't you go around them? No, you may be able to go around them, sire, but they are really lethal. And your ass is eating the crisps. Okay, well, nothing must stand in the way of the crusades. Forward.
I was too brave to spare the women and children, and I'm not scared of what are these called? Crisps, sire. Crisps, move, move. Oh, fuck.
You're pretty, ain't you? I like you. All right, don't be like that. No, you are. You're really pretty. All right, you're not so pretty then. Oh, you don't really give a fuck, do you? Yeah, not impressed. Yeah, all right. I totally get it. All right. You make me giggle now. You're a bit of a nutter, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Right, Jeffers, Jeremy, you remember how good you were at this the last time? We've been practicing all winter. Oh, shit. Oh, look, it's a shooting star. Right, Jeffers, do it again. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Okay, it's satellite, re-entry. Oh, shooting star. Oh, Jeffrey, I tell you what, mind you don't hit our donkey, though. Okay. Right, let's keep practicing. How did you get so good? Oh, practice pace. Perfect. Duffy. Okay. Never go, Jeffers. Right, here we go. One more. Okay, Jeff. Oh, Jeffrey. Fantastic shot. Could you do that again? Oh, she became a Phoenician in the water. Okay, Jeffers. Jeffrey, you're going to be so lucky later you get this one. Oh, brilliant. Oh, Jeffrey. I knew there was a reason I married you. So good at this game. Okay, next one, Jeffrey. Okay. Okay. Advance fire. Advance fire. Oh, the hell of it. Oh, the despair. Maximum balls. Maximum balls. Now, Jeffers. Now. Okay. Oh, the hell. Okay, you got one in the back of the head. Now, Jeffrey. More practice. Let's see how good you are at this one. Right, Jeffrey. Friendly fire. Friendly fire. Right, Napoleon. Get Jeffrey. Forward. Attack. 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 Oh, retreat. 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 Get Jeffrey. Attack. 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 Oh, retreat. 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 Oh, Jeffrey, you beat Napoleon and his Roman army. Jeffrey, you're fantastic. Right, Jeffrey. One more go, Jeffrey. Oh, she saved it. That bitch down the road with the baseball glove. She got black cat, she's a witch. She saved it. It's magic. Don't worry, we can't include that. It's void. Anyway. Right, Jeffrey. More practice for you. Oh, you're fantastic at this. Oh, thanks, Dorothy. Right, never go, Jeffrey. Oh, she's dead. Oh, you killed somebody. There's bound to be somebody left to kill, Jeffrey. Okay, the guy in the tower. Oh, it looks like quite sad as well, isn't it? You're great at this, Jeffrey. Never go. Oh, they lived happily ever after, but they died. Yeah. Salary. Oh, I'm the gay fairy skeleton. Oh, quick. Oh, quick, Timothy. Oh, quick. Come here, bums. Oh, he's coming to chase us. Oh my God, I've never seen such a day. Remember those warm, friendly days in the middle of lockdown. Yes, some of us will hold those memories and cherish them forever. Here we are, 2021, in the park with our children and our dogs and the birds, trying not to catch germs because, like, they give you a runny nose or something. I don't know. Yes, happy days, weren't they, guys? Happy days. Oh, you crazy fucking bitch. Another one. What? I'll sew it back on. It's all right. How many's fucking that now? Love, are you loco? How fucking many have you killed? Oh, it's all right. I'll sew his head back on. Jesus Christ, what a nutter I gotta fucking live with. How many holes do you think I gotta fucking dig, love? Oh, Vincent, I bought you a nice Christmas present. Oh, thank you very much, love. Half a dollar. I love you. Bitch. What? I love it. Thank you. Can listen to my favorite. It's not going to stay on, is it? With my 1 year. Never mind. It's the thought that counts. Anyway, Vincent. Oh, look, Mummy, we're scaring you with demons in your dreams. Oh, Mummy. Oh, fuck, she's dead. Mummy, we didn't mean to scare you so with the demons in the night. I'm sorry you had to die. We're orphans now. Mummy, how much money are you worth? Right, you want to fall in love? No, I don't want to fall in love. Feelings are gay. No, I don't want to be in love. No, I won't be able to do anything or think. Leave me the fuck alone. No, I'm going to fucking shoot that poison arrow for you. You're a little bastard, Charabanowski. I fucking know it.
What does it mean? I don't know. What does it say? You're all going to die. In your face, bitch. Oh, fuck me, that's bad. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Should we run? I don't know. Maybe we should dig a hole. No, dig a hole. Right. Oh, here's Cronus. Oh, he's eating his boy, so he's now made an imaginary son. Here, son, have some Coca-Cola. So psychopathic Cronus. There's no harm in him, really. He's God, so he's gonna, eat humans, isn't he? Because he do. Goya smoothie, orange juice, 2 apples, 1 sun. Okay, Kronos, mix that up. How's that smoothie taste? Well, you're a goddage. You're going to do that shit, aren't you? Maybe that was a mistranslation in the Bible. Maybe they said God, they meant cod. And Jesus' symbol is the viscous Pisces, is the fish anyway. All Christians got fishes on their fucking cars, yeah? So does that mean that Jesus himself was actually a fish? It would have been a nice place. Oh, here's a couple of shirts. Shiplifters. So this is what's going on in your cupboard at night. I don't know whether you know about this. See, I would have preferred to see the nightie and the gloves get on. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Are you laughing? Are you permitted? Martin. Yes, Shadow. You've got to stop hitting me. I can't help it. You tried stabbing me to death the other night. I was pissed off. Do you think it's normal to have a conversation with your shadow? Yeah, of course. Haven't you seen the film fucking Peter Pan? Yeah, he nails his shadow onto his feet, so he stays with him because his shadow's like fucks off, can't stand him. I'm going to do that to you. You can't. Why? I've super glued you to my feet. Have your shadow. Yeah, so I can batter you later when I'm pissed off. So battering your shadow is in no way any form of abuse anyway. And I'm not that aggressive, and shadows see through anyway, so I usually hurt myself and pull a muscle. So don't even worry about it. Okay? So we'll have some more humorous thinkages a little bit later. Right. Like with Noah, another person who traipsed across Europe and Asia in the past apparently is Marco Polo. Unfortunately, he didn't see the Great Wall of China because it wasn't about what he did encounter was a load of apparent freakazoids, giants, and other stuff on his trek across the Silk Road that wasn't there yet. Like these people, just hanging around, Phoenician looking, naked looking like Adam and Eve in the woods or in the palm tree place. Asking for something. But obviously, I don't speak ancient Latin. But yeah, this is Marco Polo, who was a Phoenician because he's from Venice. Venetian. It's them. So they had, like in the past, beautiful, like the big cities and towers and stuff. But they had a lot of like basically naked people crawling around in our holes and stuff. Troglodytes, basically. So what was that all about? And why's he got a happy hat like that? Don't even answer. And these dudes, look. So dudes with horns. Yeah. What do you make of them, sire? I really don't know. I've never seen anything quite like it going down. And strange, as we've seen these loads of depictions, deities, which are apparently like really, really fucked up shit. And they're supposed to be alive. And they're like really, really weird godages and deities. These people are like hit their knees. But you have got checkerboard floor Masonic thing going on there as well. And the dogheads, which are all over antiquity. They're a ruling class. Yeah. And these dogheads are wearing bunny rabbits on their heads. Am I right in interpreting this right? Are they wearing bunny rabbits on their heads? They are. Lawrence, my son. The doghead rulers are wearing possibly bunny rabbits upon their heads. Okay. I don't know what to make of it. Is that a big toilet roll there? I don't know. Sorry, my head just tripped out on that. I just don't know what to make of it. And dragons or griffins in this case fighting the centurias. Yeah, and they're just going to get battered because these guys like proper hard. They haven't got advanced like weapons. You just got clubs. Needs laser beams. Laser beams, miniskirts, day one in reality. Remember? Fucking all of this. 6 days. I could have knocked up loads of shit the first week of creation better than all of this caper. No problem. No offense, God, but I have got brilliant imagination and I could have had wicked shit going on here. Yeah. Instead of this woefully inadequate, piss poor experience for a realm. Yeah. They got big chickens as well in antiquity. Look, see, they got these strange deities. So this is what he witnesses, Marco Polo, apparently, on his voyages or his walkabout. You are, use a stick. Better be fucking smokable, mate. I'll give you a melon for it. But look at the size of the oranges and stuff. Yeah. Well, we'll look at that later. An idea of electroculture, which I've mentioned in the past. Electrical stimulation in plant growth increases its size like tenfold, even vibrational quality. But we already know about that with technasmia. And we've shown pictures of it many times in the past. Ginormous fruitages and plantages in the past. So that's what he got up to when he went traipsing across Europe. Now, this is a link for medieval illuminated manuscripts. And this is the type of weird fucked upness that goes on in the medieval period, just so you know. Okay. So you got kings. Okay. And like, I'm not sure what to make of this, really. It's not a friendly practice. Is this not really Caesars, like Caesarians, because that would be that way. And they don't really look particularly pregnant either. So this is the sort of weird fucked upness that goes on in the medieval period. Look, nowhere in the medieval period is there's not weird, freaky stuff going on. So here's some, holy king of kings, but they said that about King Arthur, didn't they? He was king of kings as well, and other people. And then you got all this going on. So the king's in a bed. He's not feeling too well. There's a load of dead people hanging around on his floor. Don't even ask. This is like echoes of like David what's his name? Barrymore's party. This has echoes of, and he's going to kill him as well. And he's going to he's got a mummy or something. So this is like ordained by God or something, probably. I don't know. But as you can see, it's high levels of fucked upness, wouldn't you agree, in the medieval period, which is only supposed to be a few hundred years ago. Again, yeah, doing the Baphomet in the chair, weird ass death cults everywhere in this place. And there still is now, which I'll give you examples of later with their Baphomet wood, which is like where the dream factories, where they keep everyone in techniques like mesmerism. Oh, I find you mesmerizing. I know, because basically you just had a mesmerizing spell just put on you and you're mesmerized. Is that what just happened? That would explain it. So up here they have seats with cushy pillows, and then woo, it'll fall down in a demonic form into a hole in the ground. So it could be hell below, or we could be in it anyway. Because like I said, if you was to have eternity in this place, it would have to be eternity like in a life that was cool. Like, can't be all like just drinking like fucking cocktails on a tropical beach. Although that would be very fucking nice, but like that's only finite, isn't it? And you would die of liver failure, so that would not be a good idea either. So there's 1,001 ideas of how you would live through this existence and navigate it, but like I said, myself personally, I'm a man of simple means. Yeah. Look at this. High fuckness going on. Anyway, moving on. Melted to fuckness. Examples. Now, make a video. Say this isn't so. Say that this building in India, okay, I think it's in northern India, I think it was Jaipur or something area, is not like encrusted in what looks like a melted building at all. It's bubbly, it's melted, and this beautiful, what looks like Phoenician building was in there before. Went before all of the slurried stone all run over it. What about that? That hasn't melted at all, has it? So you wouldn't like just carve this out of this bit of shit, which is all it is, rock, would you? But if it was a building that was part of a civilization that got like plasma reset or had some exceptional heat on it, this would happen. And this would happen. A nice bit of red brick there, literally into it, proving that this stuff came later and covered this red brick, wouldn't you say? Again, bit of brickage there. And you see these things all over Britain. I've been into some in Nottingham. I got a picture of them coming up now. My friend there, Mellich, in chat lives. And they say that they're limestone caves and stuff, but I think these are like mud flood dwellings at some stage. Also, these stacks, could they be chimneys? Because the whole of the antique world was covered in chimneys which were way too big for what was going on, I feel. Oh, look at these inserts, just like Puma Punko in Peru. Same people building it. And this would have been a big building, but again, the stone is like run, and it's just like sort of dripping all over it. And there too. Cool. That's cool. Again. So they never carved it out of the stone. That stone came along after and looks like it just run down in a liquid state in this case. So this is copper oxide, the blue maybe. It'd just be insane to just carve this out underneath this big chunk of rock. That would be just, the whole thing might come down and you just go splat. Oh, it's much more likely to be a melted building. Which it is, in my head. Look at this then for fantastic meltage. So many buildings of the old world you find on the coasts, you know, guys. You see so many. Absolutely fantastic, that one. And this one. So it's basically, the red brick has just incorporated or melted around it. So probably behind there, showing that this stone was melted around that at some stage. That is brilliant example. That is a meltage. And that one, meltage. And it looks like some sort of building, all right. And it looks like it's run. Get that same sort of running in lines. I'll show you some examples of what melted bricks. They've been coming up a lot in this sort of area, in this field, and I'll show you what they look like, because I've seen them myself with my own eyes, melted bricks, when I went to Colchester, the Boudica line. You can visit it. Porto Flavia, it's a Roman tower, and it looks to be, well, this melted around it, maybe. And inside, look at this one here. So you get this column here in India, and this one, it's got all of this. It looks a bit like stalagmites, stalactites, I guess, but still, it's covered in stone. Literally mud or clay has run over it, and it's solidified. You get plenty of these. So geological strata, if you go with their geological records and ideas, you may as well go with fucking Charles Darwin and evolution, and I've done with it, because it makes no sense. All of these long stretched out time spans are just not there. And this, all of this, it happened in an instant. The world's got tore apart, and this stuff was malleable, was soft. Yeah, when this place like had the meltdown, it's just soft. Like the vibration, you know, you can boil water with a vibration, and you can melt stone with a vibration. Heat would do it, and vibration would do it. And look at this, guys. Look at this. So that's been bricked up, and it's melted, all right. So there's your melted bricks. What kind of heat? And what did it? Mind-blowing, isn't it? Pure meltage. Says Spirit Levels Music. And also bricks, sure. This is what I've seen at the Boudica line in Colchester, is just bubbled. There's bubble bricks. It's bubbled up. In this case, though, that's a damn sight more heat, that is. Jeez. Oozing over. So there's some examples of melted cities and melted places. I think it's definitely a thing. I think that's quite compelling evidence anyway. So I'm going to come back for a minute, give you a few shouts. How many people are watching? Now I'm live on the Martin Liedtke Flatearthbritish Think Tank channel and Facebook, and Hi to you all. I got 631 of you watching on here. Fantastic, super smashing, great. Look what you would have won. And the time is 10:30. Fantastic. We're well on target. Right, let's rush through some more information. I know it's getting puffy out and I got so much coming out, but we got to get through all of this. Okay, images of the day. And then I'll come back. I'll chat with you all. So we got some juicy pictures here. This is in Italy, but look at these lampposts. Firstly, okay, I can't give you the time scale on them, but they are definitely light bulbs, large light bulbs. But look what they're on. Fasces lampposts. Beautiful example of the fasces. Oh, UIA code is mad. It took me 3 hours to get past these four. Get on your bikes and ride down now. Fat bottom girls. Check this out. This is being seen many times, but the dimensions and the way that it falls away, like if it's a big hole in the ground, and the perspective is absolutely insane. Looks like it falls forever. And all of these geometric shapes are absolutely insane in this church. But that one blows me away. So how did they do it? I don't know. Bloody clever stuff, though. Splatooey. Oh, excuse me. I went back to my picture of bicycle girls. Hebrew words of the day, meaning firmament, sky, heavens. Rakaya. Rakaya. Hebrew word of the day. So, this was in a great exposition. Check this out. What do you think that is? Telescope? Helter Skelter? Fairground ride. What do you think it is? No, I don't actually know. I'm thinking more on the lines of a telescope, although I can't see one in there. And what would be all of this swirly stuff? Looks like an old Helter Skelter, or maybe, I don't know. The Victorians did have roller coasters. I went on one in Blackpool. Bloody hell, it was mental. Biggest wooden one in the world. Let's see how high it went, guys. So, what happened to that church? It looks like there's something missing off the top. And it's a bit of a fat, dumpy looking thing, but look at it. It is just a big, massive chunk of antiquity. It doesn't go with surrounding developments at all. Or little that place is. Or a hovel. So yeah, in the past, they used to touch these buildings and streets right up to these churches and these cathedrals, you know, guys. They're like connected to them. They got rid of it all now. You'll find many examples of that. But in the old days, they just got literally submerged in neighboring buildings. Check this out. This looks like just the top of a building. The dome is too low for a start off. So this here, I do not know what this cage or this gantry is. I thought at first there was a person standing in it, because there's a bit of a ladder going up as well. What do you think? Or some technology like that portal window. So much device in the past, wasn't there? Electrical device, vibrational devices, to be more specific. This science thing on I was bullshit. So what a lot of wank. Who gives a flying fuck? Like, distractions is distractions, and everyone's got to think about Will Smith and like Chris Rock, like anyone gives a fuck. Anyway, do you give a fuck? No. It's set up anyway, all of it. And you know it is. It was all acted, so everyone thinks about this fucker. And it's bullshit. It's all just Freemasonic, psyop bullshit to everyone to think about. In Baphomet Woods. Like Disney, yeah, Disney, to leave your head dizzy, because it's all just dream factory. That everything in your paradigm comes out of the movies, and it's all fake and it's all make believe. That's what people talk about. Now, Nixon talking to Apollo 11 on a landline. There wasn't any delay, with a picture taken from the moon in the background. Take your time. So he's talking for the first time ever to the Apollo 11. We're on the moon. Yeah, on the wall in what looks like maybe the Oval Office is a picture of Earth from space already. And he's already talking to Neil and Buzz. How is this humanly possible? Somebody may be stealing some porcupines, don't you think? Fuck yeah. Right, that lighter doesn't work. Right. Anyway. The lying scoundrels. Dresden should be a byword for this movement. It's just it had the most fantastic architecture imaginable. And like, nasty deal done. And this thing's melted. Including this building. It was rebuilt this though in Dresden. So crying shame about Dresden. We love you. Out of it, moon flies towards Earth, but stops suddenly in an erratic course through the heavens. Now, I have picked up many sort of narratives about comets doing said things like this, which kills heliocentrism stone fucking dead anyway. And this do too, because it can't really stop abruptly and its erratic course through the heavens, can it? Because that would just be really, really weird. So that was reported in the past, or so that little few words says, apparently. Who even knows? So the medical people, or the medical corps, and the NHS use caduceus, don't they? Mercury or Hermes Trismegistus, snake on a serpent with a convergence point. I'm thinking is some advanced technology, or weapon, wings open, active charge, zap, is what I'm thinking. And then there's the narrative of the serpent around the stick with Moses. Also, serpent, okay, electricity around a central column, fasces making a charge. Also, the symbol of Christ, the cube, could be the same. The snake around this, we see it on so many depictions. The Phoenicia 8, or the snake eating its own tail. Okay, could be, and it's in Infinity 8 as well. Could be a clue to all of it. It's also on the dollar, which is basically a Taurus, an S. SS, two opposing Tauruses. They tell you everything with it all. So, hair. I grew my hair long. Okay, it tells you in the Bible, yeah, because you get like Delilah gets a real fucking problem with Samson and his hair, doesn't she? Yeah, she wants it all chopped off, get his power away. So there's the vril movement, isn't there? The highly talked about in sort of contemporary alternative sort of thinking about these people, the vril, or the Rosicrucianist, or Maria Ostrich, here, who was supposed to be having some dealings with otherworldly, which they say UFO beings, and the aspect of the Glocken, the bell, time travel, Mercury fueling these things, red Mercury probably, and the whole narrative is in there, isn't it? And the Glock, or the Glocken, or the bell, turning up in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania in the 1950s, and the whole narrative for time travel. I don't think you need a device for time travel. I think you can do it in your brain. So there's Dresden. Some of it was missed, but not much of it. I got stacks of pictures of Dresden. We'll look at it some more later date. Oh, so sad. So this is in Russia. Russians like to build big, massive fuck off statues for little tiny people, don't they? So it's obviously like harping back, isn't it, to a time before when we had giant horses, giant people, okay, which lived alongside. So these have been built. So I'm guessing, how'd you get them onto a building anyway? I don't think they're in place. They look like they may be in some sort of work yard there. What them frames are. Anyway, interesting pick. And there they go, the vrils. So the idea was that they used their hair, the long hair, for psychic communications, or as an antenna to the ether for what they call maybe Akashic records, or the information that lays out there, which is in fact in the water anyway. Okay, like we said, guys, the only reason they exist is because of us and our apparent consciousness or perception of consciousness, which is probably not actually the human experience. It's not us, and there's something else completely different going on. God or whatever's ineffable plan, which we're right in the middle of, divine happenings. You can't even miss that fact. Right here, right now. So she was a looker, wasn't she, this Maria Ostrich? She didn't have particularly long hair, but that was part of their narrative, was hair is an antenna to the ether and gives you extra Brian abilities, is what they say. Proof of thought. And this is in Russia. It is an actual thing. Apparently, it's in Kronstadt, or near Kronstadt Naval Base. near St. Petersburg. And I don't know how it got in there, and I don't know how the mountain is on top of it. But they've put, or there is, a bows of a Russian ship stuck inside of a mountain. So, who are these steps for then? Made for? Well, giants, kings, because the ruling classes, you can see how they, you can imagine if you've got like somebody 10 foot, who's your monarch, you can see how people would respond. And if you had like guards that were like, 10-foot high giants, yeah, so going to be off-putting to fucking, just basically upset them in any way, isn't it? So I can see a giant walking up here. I can see that. So here's the horned god, which is doing a Baphomet, which you may recognize. He's got the orb of basically, so you can tell your fortune. I can tell your fortune in the crystal ball. Look into my eyes. Don't look into his eyes. Why is the Savior, who is Jesus Christ, got eyes like that for a start off, doing a Baphomet? Why has he got horns like the goat? It's almost as if, like, that Jesus in this depiction is actually the devil. It's really weird. Also, this thing about chopping people's heads off. Now, this is the case that he got chucked down the well. It's the captain of Alexander the Great's army, and he's her rapist, and she stuck him down the well. Proper order. Well. So basically, he got fucked up. Proper order. And this Roman, he's wearing a willy suit. No, I know what you were thinking. Oh my, is what you were thinking. He's like posing like, oh my, golden suntan and all. But if you look here, yeah, I don't think they're bells. I think they're trousers. I think he's got like a willy trouser suit. Now, grapes. Don't look at that too much. That's bad for your Brian. Let me move on to an image. I want to talk about grapes. Don't look in. Grapes. Could it be that in the Phoenician world, the grapes, the fantastically tasty grapes it's all about, are some sort of code for adrenochrome, eternal life with these people? Right, you little bastard. What should I tell you about nicking my cigarettes? Oh, no. Actually, I'm getting a bad feeling. All like, oh, no, that's horrible now. He's cutting a Cherubinowski's little wings off, guys. What do we make of that? I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling like I'm going to cry. I'm actually going to cry. But as you'll see later, Cherubinowskis, or cherubim, as they are commonly known, can be little bastards. Is it an eye? That's spooky. So, yeah, I don't know how you feel about that. I feel really upset myself. That's a sad little day for that terrible little Cherubinowski getting wing cut off. So, this woman come out with a font in a church. Yeah, she scared the shit out of her. And guess what? It's Liz Hurley. I told you, the devil is definitely a female. So that's what happens in these fonts, these holy waters there, because of the reflection. Remember the membrane. They literally like buff it up out of the fucking fonts and shit. Demons or imps and all sorts of crazy demonic spazies and stuff. I made all that up, but it looks like it could be the truth from this picture. Anyway, this is apparently, I know it's difficult to believe, an oil painting by a Dutch artist, which looks exactly like a photograph. It's contemporary, it's recent, but it's in a classical theme, and I'm wondering how the fucking hell they do this with oil. It just blows my mind. And some of the pieces that I've seen in, in museums of Renaissance period, you can see their faces look like photographs. So how do they do it? In fact, if I know. What about transparency in stone? It's so thin that it allows the light to shine through. So here's another depiction of stuff out of Ovid and one of Bernini's exquisite sculptures. Okay. Oh, if you look really closely, you can see a little bit of lady guards in there. So all they do, these Phoenicians, is they cover themselves up really flimsily with really, really like see-through-y stuff. They're built pretty much the same as well, what you find with the Phoenicians. She's going to go off to shop at Tesco's like that now. Yeah. Oh, look, I found a baby. Should we get him for you? Yes, bring him to me. I'm keeping him. What's your name? Madonna. So apparently they dumped the baby He's going to be Moses. He's going to end up a psychopathic killer later, fucking killer, taskmaster, all sorts. Actually, Moses ends up one of the biggest serial killers in like antiquity. But he gets battered by Og, the giant, the Welshman. Yeah, he went and seeked him out, kicked his ass back to the make-believe Stone Age, is what he did. As you do. Hola! So, go back 100 years, Spanish bar. Okay, you remember that time? Yeah, Ernest Hemingway had just been kicked out for being a drunk. And the Spanish dancers go, hola, like that. Are you there? Yeah, I know. It's boring, isn't it? And witches, do you know why they go around on broomsticks? No, I don't know. That's too much information, actually, guys. No, I think they are some sort of technology. Okay, probably have flames coming out the back and stuff. Yeah, I think witches do get around on broomsticks, but I don't think they're the broomsticks you could temporarily think of, like they brush a room with. Just a nickname for a jet fucking thing, innit? Obviously. Oh, I like you. So this is a real photograph, and then basically this came up in the background. This is what happened. Do you know when you're like carrying them chains of all of that bullshit karma of all of them existences, we keep fucking up all the time? Yeah, future you's gonna have a word with you about it anyway, but don't worry, okay? And some, right, they got like this, like giving you a kiss on your cheek, oh, I love you, ooh, and stuff. Okay, if you have 3 jabs, that's 100% the fucking case. And they showed like this demon, who's probably the devil. He's got big, massive, weird eyes though, pouring hot coins down this guy's gullet because he's been a bit greedy. Been thinking about money all the fucking time, yeah, and that's what happens. It's purgatory. That's what happens. They give you too much. If you like something in hell, and they give you loads and loads of it. So cranes, we've seen one of this on the Tower of Babel depictions in the past in some of the artworks that we've seen by Bruegel's Tower of Babel, which is on my wall. Actually, it's got one of these cranes. This is in Holland, and they use them for ships, canals. And they're big, juicy cranes. So they could do some work. But look at that fucking thing. But that's for shipping. Basically, shipping. Big, massive craneage. So yeah, a lot of this bad stuff has been going on for quite some time. Here's probably the Swiss. Okay. Pointing at the flag. We're boss. And if you notice, yeah, they got these like light things around their heads. Now, either they're lit up because they found the vibration to light up, which is what the enlightenment is about. But like, I think they've just worked out they're going to take in turns to have their head cut off again. What's with the heads being cut off in antiquity? Seems to be a lot of that going on, doesn't there? Key to it all. Check this out. Wow, 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 wow. I'm hypnotizing you. I'm hypnotizing you. So again, naked man hanging out in the field. This is like all the time in antiquity, and a load of like animals just sort of hanging around in the sky as you do. Holy guy, if he is, who's lit up as well, turns up. It's like, dude, you know that invisible umbilical cord thing sticking out your cheek? It's sticking right in my cheek. I'm transmuting information into your brain. Is what's going on there. Yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah. Divine forces. So here's God looking down on the flat realm. Okay. He looks exactly the same God as I was chatting to earlier, God. He's pointing up as well. Why, you got bosses? How come you got one son then, God? They're not being funny, but like, what? You got a missus? You got a wife? Like a Mrs. God. Well, how did you get a son? Too much questions. Okay. But another way, why didn't you have any more kids? Is it your problem? You a Jaffa? And why didn't you have a daughter? Too many questions. Okay. Anyway, so this is the realm we live in, Garden of Eden. Okay. And what the fuck happened to Eve? Whoa, she's like, was McDonald's around back then? Christ. But as you can see, it's a beautiful flat realm with all of the firmament and there's water around here as well, because probably in a vessel, lost at sea and upside down. Doesn't matter though, because it's a simulation and whatever you want anyway. And he's coming out of a portal and he's like, oh, let me reposition that that star, and before it falls out, this basically because they're lights in the sky. Okay, they fall down. We've all seen the Truman Show, haven't we? Oh, there's the Pleiades. Let me put it in place. Oh, Sirius A, oh, B, oh, that sort of thing is what's going on in antiquity. They position the stars. So the U.S. military, they had a big interest in the air balloons. This is in Ohio, an opening. I don't know how many people are in there, but it gives you an idea of the size of these things. I watched a really interesting post the other night. Mr. Bodie or Bosley, and he's a really intelligent guy. And he was talking about when Lincoln was, and I found a book basically telling me about it, about like the future of airships after he's been with his presidency, and he very much supported this new idea, and then apparently got killed. So it was more. Good morning. You need to calm the fuck down. You need to. Madam, you need to calm the fuck down. I only said good morning. Yeah, it starts with that. Next thing you know, it's a plate in the face. You need to calm the fuck down. Now, before it starts. So that's good sound advice, guys, is that. You need to calm the fuck down. Okay. Breathe in. Yeah, breathe in. Breathe out. And say, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm nothing and I'm everything. Okay. I'm nowhere and I'm everywhere. Okay. There you are. Better now? Cool. Let's get on. So back to antiquity. They're back to the torture in this guy. I think maybe they broke his legs on these and his arms. Or maybe he volunteered for it. I doubt it, though, because they're hanging. So, yeah, as you can see in antiquity, there's always these do-gooders. Like I said, watch out for these lot. And everybody else ends up like proper dead, actually, one way or another. It's part of the game. They like to kill us. You've been kidnapped. 2 hours later, you are returned because you can't stop talking about what? Well, we've talked about this before, haven't we? The likelihood of kidnappers bringing me back after an hour and, telling me never, ever, darken our door again. Not that I would go visiting kidnappers, but I'm just saying. What would you talk about? I would talk about myself. Let me tell you all about myself. Start maybe in my early teens and then just work through. Tell them about flat Earth. Tell them about alternative history, mud floods, antiquitech, all that good stuff. 2 hours of that. You talk too much. We chop off your finger. That's what the Yakuza said to me. So, yeah, my brother, I'll show you my brother, Hank the Wank. Yeah, he's joined, actually. What a fucking week he's had. So he flew out to the Ukraine. Yeah, he packed it in with the Tamil Tigers. And he said the IRA and all of them. He's not bothering with anymore. So he thought he'd go and be a mercenary in fucking Ukraine. I shit you not. Anyway, it comes back 2 days later. He's saying, I can't find anyone to have a fight with. So anyway, yesterday he's jetted off. He's going to become Texas border control. He said killing Mexicans is fantastic, man. It's the best thing I ever done. So he's into that now. So, he's found a fight and he seems to be happy. He's thinking about a 4th jab, though. Anyway, I've not withdrawn from society. I've withdrawn from the illusion, is what I have done. Although it is proper, like, hard, I'm finding, because everything is dependent on the illusion. But for the same token, it's given me a great sense of, like, well-being that, like, I ain't in it. And, I ain't in it. Fuck them on toast. Now, Axis Monday, according to Nordic philosophies and ideas, we have the Axis Monday, or the tree that's in the center of the North Pole. Okay, Rainbow Bridge. So I'm going with a lot of the Norse stuff. It's pretty funky. And check the size of these big fucking trees in antiquity in this image. So I think they were like that. And did they chop them down like this, all of them? And is this what dropped the vibration? Because imagine with these massive trees, because you go for a walk in the woods, you're proper energized, aren't you, from the trees? They give you so much. They're us. We are trees. You know that, don't you? I know. And maybe this was a tree, maybe that one. It looks like a tree trunk. We're seeing like Devil's Tower, people thinking, because it's basalt. But Axis Monday, these massive trees, very possibly. So where all the taxpayers' money goes in slavery for eons and eons, apparently, is to these lot. No information, blank panel. In is it a really big, weird no. And all of the satanic sigils housed in all of their decoration that I can see them, maybe you can too. And little demonic faces. And of course, the ever-present sound vibration. We've arrived, the Cherubinuskis. Terrible. Cherubin. Okay. And used electroculture in the past, grows huge crops with the aid of electricity. French wizard discovers amazing new method for farming. And I've talked about electroculture in the past, just a subtle electrical charge into the earth, and you get massive, massive vegetables. So why are we doing it? Why isn't electroculture an actual thing? We get massive, feed the world, so all problems solved. Anyway. Well, we've been talking about massive vegetables and food for quite some time on Flat Earth British as an idea for feeding people. But unfortunately, everything's gone to like fucking GMO, hasn't it? And there's very few original seed stocks left. If they have, they got them. And it's all their stuff, isn't it? Unfortunately. First gen seeds worth their weight in gold right now. Interesting this. President Trump said Revolutionary War troops took over the airports in his 4th of July speech, according to Time magazine. Was it an historical blunder during his 4th of July salute to America? A speech Thursday when he said that the Continental Army took over airports of the British during the American Revolutionary War in 1770. And you got a little star thought going on here. Could it be airports? What about that? So this is in the image here for the Empire City. I've seen this image myself it's always from a bird's eye perspective, and it's showing you this sort of craft with the American flag in the air. Did Donald Trump let slip about planes being used, which we have had already evidence for and shown you on Flat Earth British? There's no biggie. Electrical planes we've shown you in 1700s and books for them on Flat Earth British. So I'll soak that in a second. Let me just come back and check my shit. Did all of you actually share my show out? If you can, will you please do it? There's quite a bit of the show still to go. And we've got another hour. I'm going to come back and see you all, give you all shoutages. So, Psycho Dave, love you, brother. Much love to you. Maybe get another dog. Maybe get a woman or something. But don't be sad because we love you. You're my brother. And I'm thinking of you. Okay, brother? Okay. So, yeah, I can see you're all looking at that, aren't you, fellas? And you're having a little lech at that, aren't you? You're thinking, oh, that's nice, aren't you? Yeah, that's a fella. On the other side of the stitch, you just got a willy. How do you feel now? Yeah, I know. Running to the toilet and scrubbing your eyes out, aren't you? I tricked you. So again, with the orb, you get this Hercules character. Everything in the background is burning, horrendous floods, and it seems to be attributed to this orb. And you've got all different animal heads sticking out of it. Again, with the reset. So I think that's got Willy. I think that's probably gay, a gay cup, but that's Phoenician. This is weird. So I know, but this realm is infinitely fucking strange. Just go with it. So back in the 1880s, opium was inserted rectally and generously applied against the walls of the anus to relieve the patient of headaches. Yeah, put it in the bum, innit? It's fucking great, your headache. And other minor ailments. The term boofing which that is known as now is named after the French medical pioneer Franz Bouffier or Bouffier. So That's what they were all up to in the Victorian, so-called Victorian era. They were boofing, okay, basically putting heroin up their bums for a headache. Sounds a likely fucking story. Anyway, sorry about your state of your Brian. So this is the reality of convents. Yeah. So they, maybe if I can just run away from society and join a convent. Yeah. I just dress as a nun. No, I wouldn't get away with it. I know. Don't worry. It's just a passing thought. It's gone now anyway. I'm on to the next one. So these are the ornaments you have in the past. Would you wear that as a brooch on your gown, ladies? I think loads of people will compliment you. Oh, nice brooch. Massive pair of bollocks. Oh, thank you very much. I think it'd be like a talking point on your night out or your dinner party. Or it could be awkward. Yeah. It might be awkward, actually. maybe people don't want to actually be thinking or looking at bollocks when they're eating their dinner. Don't know. Anyway. So here's Jesus and gang. He's been lifted up by a load of angels because he's like floating around. He should be able to fly. Like Neo can fly, Jesus. Can you? I hope so. Again, a beautiful flat earth in there. It's not a globe. I've seen a globe. Any globage, any fucking wearing this. And you've got the firmament and all the stars in it. And as you can see, it's all been flooded and fucked up. And this is all that's left. Okay. So, thanks. So that's what I was going to talk about was classical art and expression. And I've got loads and loads of videos, but actually pictures. But I'm actually running out of time. Maybe show you, maybe Wednesday. But I've collected some beauties. Satan. So I mentioned if Satan was like this, I think it's stupid. No offense, like that would be crap. I think it's more likely to be a woman. So good morning, madam. Anything from the penis trolley, woman? It's got anything less penisy, Satan? No, just a giant penis, I'm afraid. Because like you're the devil and you would, wouldn't you? See, I'm not buying that. And then going around on a wheelbarrow and you got a fucking Lambo. Devil would have a Lambo. Oh, very nice. Let's just have a little feel. So what's going on in antiquity? She's got Skype or one of those strange convex mirrors in the background. So she's not taking any notice, doing a bit of embroidery. And these two are doing like the selfies that all strange people are doing. They're going to probably fucking Instagram that later. Tweak! Tokyo! Sorry. So yeah, in the medieval periods, what you find a lot of is everybody gets chucked into the demon's beast mouth, and everyone like basically gets killed. If you know, like death is a thing, but nobis. I think there's a nobility. So I think everyone has a shitful eventually of being slaves, and then basically. So he's pooing and he's catching it in a bucket. Fucking hell, don't let that catch around. Fucking hell. Next thing you know, you'll have like fucking hippies saying it's all fucking good to like munch on a poop. They do worse stuff, guys, on fucking internet. You know it. Don't spread that around though. So she is got a finger up her nose. Don't know where the other finger is, but that's what they do in. I don't know. My head's just like fucked up with all of this. This is just nutty. It's nutty. Look at this guy over here. Looks like he's got a finger in his bum. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what's going on in this. My head's just fell apart. It's all weird. Oh, she's doing a seducing thing there. Seducing. So yeah, weapons of the past. Monkeys. I don't know if he's had an arrow shot in his ass or he's firing it. It's difficult to determine. It's weird as fuck. So he's sitting in like a waiting room in antiquity because he's got a problem. Can you guess what his problem is? Well, it's hurt his fucking leg by there. He's got it all covered up. Well, what was you thinking? Something wrong with my crowd. Anyway, so yeah, Charabanowski's used to be like blue and psycho looking back in the past. And this is how they catch you when you're a fish man. This is how Jesus started out. This is how we all started out in water, except for me. No, I'm a child of the sea. I was conceived at sea. I've spent all my life in the merchant navy. I'm a very, very sea person, but I'm not fish. No, I'm not fish. I'm more a mammal. And bunny rabbits were massive. And if you was lying down like on a branch, they come up and they just rub your face and go, I like you. You know, in that weird way people do when they rub your face saying, I like you. Like that. I like you. Like that. But hopefully not, because that would just be weird. Plenty of hairy men. Yetis are a thing in the past. As you know, Mother Mary, mother of Jesus Christ Almighty, this hairy Mary. I mean, she's fucking got like, she's covered. She's covered in hair. Yeah. How far down does the hair on the chest go? All the way to her balls. I'm going to smash orange mug over your head. I'm going to smash orange mug over your head is an Olympic sport in the past. They look fucked. They're a bit grey, a bit anemic, but they are half sort of whatever beast that is, spondylocious beast. I don't know, I made that up. Are you fucking scrubbing that for you, little bitch? Smack. So this is what you were like in previous time, in a previous life, may have been in a poverty stage, workhouse and shit, yeah? You gotta like scrub the floor, yeah? And look at the blood coming out of that poor girl's head. She's a fucking bitch there. She's got one, oh, she's got a foot missing. Says you're all right. Yeah, why everyone got to be so unpleasant? Do you know kids are unpleasant? I had a dog's life in school. Kids were really fucking cruel in school. I don't know what's the matter with them all. They're narcissistics early. Oh, it is. It's that thing going on with these psycho fucking bunnies. They're literally like, I'm gonna tickle you. You can't run away from me. Bit like that. You know, that skeleton, the one with the pink tutu on in the last sketch thing. Bit like that. So these existed. They're like butterflies with big blue faces. Imagine that in your light in the night. You'd shit yourself, especially if you started talking and had eyes like that. You'd think he was having a flashback. All that acid he took. He's back. All in one go. Fuck. So I don't know. Maybe this was not a reality that people had bum faces. But in political circles of Britain today, they all talk shit. So maybe that's the case. So I don't know. These monkeys that go around the place, I don't know exactly. Maybe they're like the Knights Templar or something. Let's not look into that too much. And here's the devil. He's got a wheelbarrow again. So a lot of devil wheelbarrowing. And the wheelbarrow's on fire. Yeah. So have you got any aches and pains? Don't worry, they're ghost pains. They're not real. Can't be, because you're in a dream, an illusion. So you think it all up, even pain. All of it is all product of mind in this place. And the mind is like fucking a massive, massive, massive big deal in this place I'm finding. So these two dragons, they got baldy heads in the middle. Isn't that weird? It looks like Garfunkel or anybody else got a hair like that. You don't need a comb over. A good comb over would hide that. It works. I wouldn't know. I'm just saying it would work. I don't know. This is how knights appeared in the past. He looks very unhappy. Very unhappy. Living hand to mouth. Maybe that's what that means. It's handy to have a hand on your head if your nose is scratching or something, though. Or if you want to slap something. Or pick your ear. Smell your ear. Fuck me. Who does he remind you of? Nobody really. And the monarchy or the Vatican, they got like, he's feeling a bit crook today. Don't worry. And then you have like these rods and they got faces on them and they're all in the sky because there's water up there and rods are in water. I definitely think rods are eel things. Oh, the psycho bunnies again. Shit, they kill kings. Now, you're learning a lot about antiquity today, aren't you guys? Did you know any of this shit went down? No, I know. Again, with the people, angel people, which are really watery creatures. Imagine that, right? Look at this. It's got water slippers down the shops. How fucking lazy. Imagine this if you was walking down the road. Have you seen it? Nasty teeth too, isn't it? Oh, no, yeah. And use these Cherubinowskis in a Roman depiction on a bas relief. And he's like, holy fuck, is he a giant? And they're like, right, take that, you bastard, kick. And he's on him. He's like fucking him up in the face. And they go like tying him up. And he's whacking him with a stick. He's whacking him with a broom. Go on, Hit him. That's like really, really, really fucked up stuff, guys, isn't it? On so many levels. And he looks like he's got horns and he's got hooves. So hoofy woofies, he's Bacchus. Bacchus is getting a kick in of Cherubinskis. This is the power of the Cherubinskis, is they can fuck up the devil. Did you know that? Yeah. And then he gets arrows off him and it makes you love stuff, which is ultimately really cruel in this place as well, isn't it? I don't know. What are you asking me for anyway? So here's the devil, who could be Jesus. Again, he's got a thing about the grapes, isn't it? It's like, smell my flower. Oh, you're the serpent. Are you David Bowie? You've got David Bowie colour eyes. I keep a spare eye. Yeah, his third eye slammed open. He's got horns. He's got a ring he had of his father. So open for interpretation, and that's a load of holy fucked upness right there. And it's all about the grapes again, you see. The grapes. The grapes of wrath. This is in old world Chicago, believe it or not. I know it looks Spanish, but this is in Chicago. Before the fire. Okay, this is 1870s. This is not snow, although they get terrible, terrible snow in Chicago. This is mud, and it's all sort of layered and bumpy. And this is a rail, and this is an elevated footpath. So big, amazing architecture. And this building, mud flood windows, a raised pavement, and nothing in the road but gloopy mud. How did they build it? All that. I'll get the stone there, the glass, the precision architecture. This mud's going to fuck up all of that, you know. Food for thought, isn't it? I think that's mud flood, guys. It's Jesus again. Who's that, Jesus? What? Him? Yeah, who's that? Whose head is in there? J. Says Johannes there. Is that John the Baptist? Jesus. No. It looks like it might be John the Baptist. And why have you got John the Baptist's head in a jug? Who, me? Yes, you. What's going on? Answers on a postcard. Flat Earth British. P.O. Box FEB. Why has Jesus got the head of John the Baptist in a basket? I thought it was a woman that ordered all this stuff. Well, I don't know. So I'm going to come back for a minute. We're going to do colourful history in a minute. Okay. I want to visit you all. Let me get a drink, because I'm just like talking like forever. I don't know many's in chat. If any of you were actually there, you might have all gone home. Janice, Rich, and I'm probably just on my own in my bedroom talking right now. There's probably no one there. You know that, don't you? That's a special kind of nutty. Okay, we'll check. Oh, you are there. Hiya, guys. Much love to you. 662 are you watching. Did you actually share this out on a flat day? I'm not sure that actually went down. I'm like sort of sensing it may not have gone down. So, did you enjoy all that? Was that fun? Did you giggle? Good. That was my aim. Okay. Glyphage, how's it going? Imagine our world without lies, not one. Oh, imagine that. What a dream. It's not a dream. It is a fantastic reality where all of the illusion lies, because it's every single fucking bit of this place is stacked against us from the off. Really, really shit as it goes. They're all on adrenochrome, says Goka. Indeed, I think that is definitely a key to all of this, isn't it? Dallas Fowler, now is eternity. Well, that's all we got is the now, isn't it? And I think that's a biggie, isn't it? It's an important thing. Make sure what we're doing with our minds at the now moment is correct, and then envision, if you like, is what I do, with clear intent and love, which is a definite thing, because it's the only thing that's going to win all of this is love, because love conquers all, obviously. Just soldier. So that's earlier comments. Sorry, I just went absolutely fucking miles away then. Imagine dying thinking the earth was a globe. My mother died knowing it was flat. Thank fuck. Yeah, my mother turns out to be a proper flat earther before she went. so buzzing about that. How many people die knowing nothing of their reality, guys? It's just what whole life just seemingly wasted. For most, this place is fucking stupid. Everyone should have an equal share and equal opportunity, not just to work for them, to have a conscious expression. You know, what you're into, what you like. Poem. I'll write a fucking poem for you. Art. It doesn't even matter. There's plenty of stuff in this place to do. You know, walk in the woods. You know, open a fucking homeless dog shelter. It doesn't even matter. There's loads of things to do in this place outside of them. Matt Moore on tour. Good to see you. Yes, it was awesome. Oh, thank you. One can never tell. Basically, I'm sort of talking. I can't check chat or anything. Love it. Oh, good, good. Stacey, thanks, Amos. Thanks, Stacey, dear. Kenneth, Noel. Right, let me compose myself. Get my shit together. Jesus, Lucifer, two extremes of the same spectrum, like Janus. The two faces, the same person. There's many personifications of this entity anyway, I'm finding. So, Dick Richards, good to see you. He's talking to Dave Knuckles. Max Strump. A great day was had by all. That's bloody brilliant, that is. Jesus is Jamaican. Jamison. Ra Star. It's got the star in there as well. Ra Star, like the Egyptian god Ra. Elad Neira. Good to see you. Salty Dog. Aya, aya. And Black Club Music, thank you for your wonderful tunage on the videos, which you're going to watch in a little while. Remember, now, while you're here, 636 of you, if you're in Great Britain or in near continent or somewhere, okay, you want to go to the Flat Earth British, Holy Grail Great Reset Conference, meet up with yours truly, all the other truthers, and a fuck ton, like hundreds, of awake people. Does that not sound like a fucking dream come true? Get a ticket. Fucking meet yours truly. Have a good time. I know. Makes perfect sense to me anyway. Vibes. Super. Love it. Thanks, Vibes. Earth's the space. Rad pics. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Okay, we got some rad pics coming up and narratives for them. Some more information. It's all loosely connected with the elite structure, the royals, if you like, and other aspects of this shit show. Scatterbrain, very cool. Thank you, Nath. So if you are watching in chat, 750 of you watching overall, included on my Flat Earth British Martin Liedtke channel. Sorry, I'm not talking in there. There's only one of me. It good. 4 times. 3 times a lady. Most excellent, Martin. Thank you, Dvora. And Kay. And King Snuggle Nation. Squirrel Sniper. Lady Lux. No, I like when people talk like that, yeah. You know, like that. Tracy Reed. Silly, isn't it? And Matthew Lazenby. Not my favourite James Bond, George Lazenby. Just saying. He did make an effort, though, so just give him that and fucking don't worry about it. Documentary series Messiahs. I haven't watched absolutely anything on YouTube for like ages. Watched a bit of Gulliver's Travels last night. I wanted to know. I got bored of it though, but it was an old 1934 one. It was quite good. It's just, you know, compared to today's films, it was agonizing. Croton, good to see you. Mac and Spirit Level Music. Thank you for all of you for bringing your love and vibration to what becomes a magical experience for everyone. I'm sure you will agree. And it makes for a fucking good Saturday, Saturday night. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. Just leave it to me. Yeah. I'll do the driving. I'm nuts enough for all of you guys. Yeah. Pickles, quick intermission. Okay. Take the dogs out. Okay. Good plan. Sherry Ives, much love to you, Sherry. I've been home the whole time, and Fiona's little wing. Good to see you. What's with the natty dreads? I haven't got natty dreads. This is just fucking my hair. Not about me or you. If I left my hair, it would dread up. And I did have a dreadlock once when I was like in Glastonbury years ago. The whole the back of my head went in one big fucking dreadlock. I had to cut it off. It was like pulling my hair. It was horrible. Joshua, Aaron, Esley. Ooh, I like to be like tidy. I don't like to be all like scruffy. Like I like to be tidy if I can, or like groomed in some way. And Jersey Bob, just be tidy. My future history. Just run your videos at about 1 pop. I'll catch up. Good advice. I talk quick then. Unkillable spirit. I think the spirit world where demons come from, but no proof that we go there when we die. I've been nearly dead. I've been in that realm, and I've heard like fucking. Well, it's nearly dead a few times, guys. I've been like gangrene about all sorts, and it was like I guess echoey. But I did hear like sort of organ music. To be more specific, harpsichord music in the background, and I thought that was fucking weird. But yeah, you just know there's a connection with this other realm. It is definitely there, and I definitely have felt it. But like I said, with that eternity that I once felt, like I said, it was just anything in this realm did not match it. It was just like you would do anything to get back there. It was that fucking fantastic, if that makes any sense. And I just put it down to that being eternity, and I put it down to it being that close by, without time. And I put it to you that we could bring eternity, this place of paradise and bliss, just by our intent, shifting our vibration and the knowledge and remembering of who we are and where we came from, which is paradise is where we came from. Okay, place without pain, place without suffering, hunger, wars, or any of their stupid fucking bullshit. Not one single one of us wants, right or wrong. It's just my head in this place. It's just so fucked up. It's a good job I'm here. Sort it all out. Hippie shake. Oh, you said Janice. Yes. Well done, Rich. Got to hook up soon, my brother. I noticed you're Tatarian the shit out of everything. J Martin says the bit behind everyone else, but the Phoenician statue of the daughter holding the laurel leaf staff could imply peace or war. Well, they would like to say that, and there's aspects of love in their narrative as well, surprisingly. But like, isn't love evil backwards? No, I'm not discounting that because it's like an essential part of the whole of my reality. So, bollocks. Arwin, good to see you, my friend. Avidas, insane images. Right, we got some insane, really cool, never seen before, rare images. Some of them are in high quality color, narratives of First World War, Second World War, American Civil War, and other theaters and acts. Because that's all there is. It's like pop groups, isn't it? When they come on, they say use the next act because they're doing an act. What is the devil? We insert our personal views, but if all is mind in this place and we bring him in here anyway through our existence, then we can get rid of him exactly the same way. And I think it's easier than any of us think, is what I think. How can I inflict this upon thee without hurting one's feelings towards me? Jersey Bob. Winich. Stop saying Jesus is the Satan. Stop telling people what to say. That's a narcissistic trait. I had that in my comments. Somebody was like sort of doing this, telling me what to do business, which is just like wasted on me, actually. It's not doing anything that any fucker tells me. Laurie, quite a bit bummage happening, says Laurie. Fucked up, Arwin. It's fucked up. The whole reality. So don't worry about it. We're going to have a killer time. Now, I'm going to got some more images to show you now, guys, of history in color. And I got a narrative for them. Hopefully, we all learn something together, which we will. And it'll all be very interesting. Followed by some more information and shares concerning convention and other stuff. I got stacks and stacks to show still, but we're running out of time. I'll come back and I'll give you all a big universal shoutage shortly. Okay, on with the show. So, colourful history. Oh, excuse me. Colourful history. Okay. So, I'll start here. So, some beautiful colour footage and pictures of these ones of the First World War, so around 1915. And I'm finding it curious. I'm not sure if these, like, German soldiers have prison uniforms on, or is these uniforms that they were like given to go into war? Because although they got padding, they look like terrible, really scruffy. And there's the French. So what I'm finding with these and prisoner pictures is they haven't really got armed guard, and they're allowed to sort of like, you can fraternize with the enemy and stuff is what's going on. Martin, stop fraternizing with the enemy. I'm not fraternizing. I'm just talking. See, I would definitely be a fraternizer with the enemy. If you've got any good cigarettes, got any weed, yeah, I would. So this is what you've done. If you was a youngish or a man in the 1940s, it's a high likelihood that you end up in a freezing foxhole, yeah, firing mortars. In my Brian, that's fucking fantastic. And it's going to heat up like fuck. He's going to be nice and warm and toasty in there. Probably fry a couple of eggs on his mortar later. Okay, he's killing people on the other end. But I'm just saying, how times change. That's what I used to do in the past on a Sunday afternoon. Okay. American Civil War disembarkation, and they need a lot of wood, and they built a jetty, so it's a bit like D-Day. You got a lot of ships over there, and they're bringing in to the end of the jetty disembarkation for the American Civil War. So where they've landed, there's not much happening, but they got a lot of wood dropped off. 1860s and 1940s. Fan-fucking-tastic. Here's British. Yeah. Vicar gunners. Usually had 3 because one of them has to feed the water in because it's water cooled, the Vickers gun. But you can pee on them when they get red hot, apparently, because they're like literally just basically gets mental hot. But you can have 3 or 2 to a Vickers company. Look at the state of this scenery. Nothing left, but literally blitzed. But yeah. Kill fucking thousands of people with a Vickers gun. Here are some American Civil War generals that survived and went back to the Battle of Gettysburg after the occasion. So I've posted like loads and loads of times about, okay, where's all the fucking dead then? And why is there no real good pictures of like fields with fuck tons of people in this amazingly big Napoleon style size battle? So he's lost a leg apparently in Gettysburg. So I doubt any of these are perfume pickets because I think he died in the wheat fields. But these were generals. They survived, and they're coming back to look at the sweet fuck all that happened the time before that sweet fuck all happened at the Battle of Gettysburg. Bollocks on toast, like all war. So what happens in World War One when you've gone over the top and you've captured an enemy dugout is you get your nice antique chairs, have a little read, cigarette, as you do, have a little pipe and talk to old Frederick about stuff. We'll drink all the German beer later. Nobody is wasting nobody. Like Cyrus said on the Warriors. Nobody is wasting nobody. And when you were young, you could spend the afternoon, right, on a siege cannon. I mean, a fucking siege cannon. Yeah, it bursts your eardrums. All right, you get bleeding ears and all that, but wow, wait, spend the afternoon. Yeah, I know, guys. And what else do you do? Okay, you go around a completely splattered landscape, and you got a Mark 1 tank here. I think these are the Canadians. So I bet people shit themselves when they seen them for the first time, apparently on the battlefield. But we've seen evidence of them way before. They're really big inside. You could have like cook stuff and have an egg and stuff. So poor little Belgian kid, yeah, his mother just got blown up. Actually, they are Canadians. He just got blown up. His mother, so he's a bit pissed off. Probably got a bit of shrapnel stuck in his head. But they gave him a hobnob and to cheer him up a bit. He's still crying. Don't cry. War is hell. This is why we're all fucking. I know it's stage I am chaos, except the pictures are proper stage because they're all in group shots mostly. It's like, okay, this looks like the set for Staying Alive on the Bee Gees. It looks like a movie set. Where's all the dead? Okay, don't worry about that. You don't seem too bothered. They're always having a fag break and waiting for something to happen, aren't they? I don't know. So here's a gathering of buffalo bones on a prairie in Alberta in Canada in 1800. Well, it can be 1800. Photographs are not supposed to be out, but we get 1800s. Okay. So they killed all the buffalo and they killed all the bison. For why? Starve out the natives with their food source. That's some weird satanic shit going on right there, guys. Killing all these fucking animals. They did it with mad cow disease. They just fucking like built big fires and did massive sacrifices of loads of cows in Britain years ago. It was mental, it was. So all that effort, all of that like construction and all of that effort for theatres of war, what a waste of fucking time and resources and money when you could be doing something fantastic. Same for NASA and all these space agencies. They can go fuck off. All of that money that they're taking off everybody to go and do sweet fuck off. And then them Freemasonic sort of fucking Nazi types all like spend that money on doing that evil, weird fucking shit that they're all probably into, which I don't even know. If you know what I mean. So they dug under. We had the miners, the Welsh, the Australians. Look at this here. 1883, that tunnel. Straight under that hill there. But in the First World War, the miners, they had a field day. So I found a link. I'm going to show you some Wild West photographs. This is supposed to be in Ohio, and apparently a wagon train going through. But it occurred to me about like this building here. Is it under construction? Is it a reset building? Because it looks a bloody big building to be out in all of this mud. So the Wild West, it's not the Wild West. All of America is massive when they say the Wild West is supposed to be kicking off. Even in the 1830s, there's a Greco-Romano building in the background. Look, guys. Even in the 1830s, massive constructions. This is supposed to be... what is the name of it? Fuck me. Well, it's all in the mud, and it is a famous Yukon gold mining brothel, apparently, in there. And these are all prospectors. So these are the guys that built San Francisco and all the world. When really they're spunking all their money on booze and titty bars, basically. That's where all the money went. It's supposed to be, oh God. Oh, there was a ridiculous figure of how many people resided in this, basically this shanty shithole in the Yukon. Anyway, so I was thinking about these as well, guys, yeah? The wagon trains, you know, the people in Oklahoma, the people who had land races to win land and stuff. And it occurred to me, like, these people, right, they've given up everything and they've, like, just put a lot of faith into what? Going where? And what were they going away from? A lot of these people came from Europe. And they just, like the whole family in a wagon train out into the wilderness, all dangers, to find somewhere to settle. And then the hardship starts anyway. Do they carry all their seed stocks? They carry all of their stuff. They look well presented and they look quite clean. So they must have some process for keeping themselves together. But I'm just saying, you know, what possesses these people to just give up and do this is what is happening now. Is what they would escape in the same shit. And there was a whole apparent new world empty for them to occupy. Sounds like an old story to me. Sounds like history repeats itself. Because now everybody wants to bug the fuck out and have van life. Or get on a boat or go anywhere where these are not on your ass, which they are. They're on everybody's fucking ass. So this was in Belgium, apparently, the entrance to some sort of gardens. And apparently it existed in the past. I don't know if it did, but what an incredible sized tower. And that was in Belgium. So I don't want to think about them, the people on the coaches, wagon trains. Might be a bit of a psyop, I don't know. So what about shoguns? Yeah, what about them? Samurai. So the last of the samurai, they like sort of was around in the days of machine guns and stuff. They were flicking bullets off their samurai swords. Yeah. Check their slippers. Ooh, that's horrible between the toe. I'd fucking hate that. So yeah, they're pretty funky. Got the purple on. And it looks a bit Phoenician from where I'm sitting, really. He's got a fly. Do you know what they're for? In case you've got like flies pissing you off and that on the battlefield. So yeah. Does that scare you, intimidate you in any way? We probably would have started swinging them fucking swords around. Now, listening for enemy aircraft, World War II, or even in the 50s, it doesn't even matter. What you do is you get a bored student who's really into this shit to sit there in the middle of fucking nowhere. Listen, if you hear anything, yeah, tell us later. They may have a buzzer or something. It doesn't look like they got a buzzer. They should have a buzzer. So, a beach in America, turn of the century, Atlantic City in New Jersey. I noticed they're going in the water. Look at the definition of this photograph for such an early time, guys. But they don't have bikinis on. It must have been shit at the beach back in the day. Look, it's fully clothed. Yeah. Ooh, she looks fluffy. Different. It's got an umbrella. Keep the sun off his Brian. What's that out there? Did they have oil rigs in the turn of the century? This is like 1900. The women still got long dresses on because they're not allowed to show any ankle, are they? See? They're not allowed any anklage at all. I don't know why that is. It's like, oh, the men might get aroused. It's a fucking ankle. I fucking doubt it. It's just stupid. It's on so many fucking levels. All of it, anyway. So, the Spanish Civil War. Yeah. These are the Basques. Yeah. People who want to have a little scrap. God, they seem such an unfriendly bunch. I'm not sure if I want to hang around with any of these people. You know what I mean? I just don't know. Something about them. Don't know. Bit Mexican. I don't know. Oh, Vive la... The Basques, though, aren't they? They're not actually like French as such. Oh, I bet they killed loads that morning. And what happened after World War II? Well, the Americans, after they like killed fuck tons of young Germans, fucking did all sorts of the concentration camps and stuff. They stuck them all on a boat. This would have been like fucked upness if a torpedo would have hit it. I'm full of people. You're going back home to America. Don't worry, you're going to get loads of kisses, and everyone's going to think you can make up stories of what you did. Oh, yes, I remember when I took out that enemy machine gun position solo, drunk, and then just make shit up. So, Gurkhas, they've been shit on from a great, great height. The Queen, she doesn't give a flying fuck about these. So, these are Gurkhas from Gurkhaland, okay, in Asia. Burma, that was Myanmar, whatever it's called. Anyway, so let's go with these. Is Joanna Lumley? She like an activist. She wants them to get a fair crack at it and get a proper wage because they don't get a proper wage. The famous Gurkha knife. Yeah, gut you with that, they will. Anyway, they do anything for the Queen and her country. They will. They only recently gave them parachutes. They were quite happy to jump out of the plane without them until they were told, no, you're going to actually have a parachute. You should have asked. Yeah, many died. It doesn't matter. So yeah, shit on from very great height. They should probably, it's all paramilitary anyway. It's bollocks. Fuck them. So here's the Mexicans. Look, what a slippery, sweaty fucking bunch. So here's American revolutionaries. He looks a bit iffy. Sancho Panza and Chum. Yeah. Looking stinking fucking dirty. Yeah. I bet that fucking bogs in there. Yeah. I bet it smells like a sweaty old man's armpit. Look at that. He looks weird. He's the only white man there. Or is a white man there looking petrified? So yeah, fuck that for a game of soldiers. I ain't impressed. I'm not being funny. I love Mexicans, love everybody, but that they don't look cool, like at all. Like not even cool, not even the slightest. He's in a Phoenician chair. Yeah, he's doing all that fucking. They don't look cool from where I'm looking. So the London Blitz rained hell and fire every night for a long, long time on the East End. They missed all the West End. That you wouldn't want to hit Buckingham Palace or St Paul's Cathedral. That would not do. So huge Russian tanks at the Brandenburg Gate, 1945, after the fall of the Reich, apparently. Not really. Germany won the war. It's all bullshit and toast. So this guy, he is in, let me remember, well, he's in a town that's just slipped my mind, and it's like a really early shot of ironmongery. What sort of stuff would you need if you was in the Victorian era? Apparently oil lamps and shovels. Why so many shovels? Shovel of mud. Baskets, that would be for all the heads. Buckets, that would be for the mud. But these, we used to bath in them. I literally used to bath in one of them. And mandrake root things. Probably mops. I don't know. So this is what you'd have, and his shop was in bollocks. It's not remembering. They're for panning Earth. They're what they called sibs. So, is there anything gayer? Yeah, probably not. Than a Spanish troubadour. Yeah, is there anything gay? Probably gays would be embarrassed. They're just too gay for them as well. So the object is you murder. Look at their little pink tights. Fucking joke. So the idea is they hunt for sport, a bull, and they fucking stick swords in it and kill it for entertainment. But don't worry, because they got to spend their entire existence karmically looking like this, like lifetime after lifetime looking like that. So I won't worry about it. They're way fucking cursed. So he still splattered the telephone box, but he can still make a call. Nice mud flooders in the background. This is the London Blitzage, where apparently London has like a million bombs on it, and it's still there. Yeah, Dresden, million bombs on it. It's not there. It bugs me, the London Blitz. All of that attack, all them bombs, every single night, and London's just like, I know it's big, but fuck me, so's fucking Dresden. Anyway, just thoughts. The city of Lens in France gives you some idea. In fact, this city was never rebuilt. You can go through it today. They just kept a lot of this city like it's just some idea of the scale of devastation in World War II. There's a lot of wood there, so there can't have been any fire, which is interesting in itself. Would you say? So this guy, he's a double amputee, and he lived in America in the 1880s in this picture. And he had a baboon, and he trained the baboon to be his best buddy, yeah, and work the signals because he was a signalman on the railway lines. He had an unfortunate train accident, I suspect. But double amputee, his best buddy's a baboon who does the signals for him because he's super smart and cool. So that's cool. Yeah. Is there anything creepier, yeah, than Alfred fucking Hitchcock? Yeah, that's a proper psychopath right there. Look at the shit that's come out of his Brian, like Psycho, Norman fucking Bates. That's Norman Bates. Yeah, he's got his dead mother in a fucking bedroom. And what else has he done? Birds, Apocalypse with flesh-eating, peck your eyes out birds. Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, what other weird shit did you come up with? Dial M for Murder. Yeah, that's pretty good. In fact, all this stuff's pretty shit up. But I'm just saying, is there anything weirder looking? And is there anything fucking nuttier looking? No. Alfred Hitchcock, proper psychopath. Okay. So the German dugouts. Oh, look, we've got lovely glasses, Otto. Yes. British, they have not got gas-proof eye goggles. They haven't got anything good. The Germans had all the good shit. Yeah. Look, they got food. In First World War, they got, mind you, I wouldn't trust my like Delhi belly. They look like they got no fucking hygiene going on. But regardless, the British Red Cross are there to help the Germans cook. So what are they having? Pork or beef or something. Wiener Schnitzel. But yeah, they had like proper sausages and everything, the Germans. And do you know what British ate? Bloody fucking beef. And when it was hot, it used to turn to liquid. You literally drunk corned beef. So let's check out the Norwegian queen in the 1800s. So being a Phoenician doesn't automatically give you good looks, does it? No, not being unkind, guys. Okay. She looks a bit blokey. That's nothing wrong with that. Okay. A lot of women looks like she has a bit of a shave. There's nothing wrong with that. Women get like hairier later in life. What I'm saying is she's a Phoenician. She's the queen of Norway. Yeah. Look how hairy her arms are. For fuck's sake. Is that hair? I hope not. Look at the gold on this. So like I'm saying, like a Phoenician is like, you're not guaranteed to be a good looking. In fact, all of the royal family, right, are fucking horrible, fucking ugly. They all look like, I don't know, evil and peedy to me. I don't know, but they are, innit? So here's the Beatles in a castle in County Clare. Yeah. John Lennon, one of them, having a sword fence. Yeah. He looks a bit great with George. So he could have killed him. He could have had a really bad accident. Maybe he did. Maybe they're covering it up. That's what happened. John kills George. County Clare. Ugh. So here's the Russian nobility and all their brutal bastards. Check out the size of the sculptures. Faceless knights in the background. St. Petersburg, Winter Palace. All of his guards, the something dragoon bullshit. So he's with two of his daughters, Tabitha, Anastasia. Here's Nicholas himself. And a big army to protect him. Now, maybe he should have had them when he was abducted by the Red Guard. Maybe he would have survived a bit longer, but I don't think they wanted to basically help him in any way. And he fucked it anyway with giving all his power to basically a crazy magician, Rasputin. Rasputin. Now, historical fact, maybe. Did you know, right, that the Zouaves served for the Confederates in the American Civil War? What did he say? Yes. Here is a Union soldier, and he's seeing to a Zouave soldier. So Zouaves were really good soldiers, apparently. They're famous for their pantaloons, which are like flary trousers and stuff. And so what's he doing, like, from Europe? And just like, probably, yeah, he's a merc, but Zouave. So here is gas protection in World War One because they had gas attacks. They thought they were going to have them in World War Two, but apparently Hitler wasn't big on it. Not like dropping gas, apparently. Yeah, we had gas attacks and mustard gas, which is like massively horrendous. They basically watered it down later, and when they give it to people for cancer, and they called it chemotherapy. What did he say? Mustard gas, chemotherapy? Yeah, I'm afraid so. They used it for murdering people in World War One, and now they use it for murdering people later on as cure for cancer. Now you can Google this for yourself. So yeah, protect your eyes because they like burn out. So this is Irina and the Tsar of Russia. No, it's not. Boom, boom. Looks like though, doesn't it? No, it's Prince of Wales, soon to be King fucking George. Okay. And Mary. And that fucked up little dog there. What have they done to it? He's smoking a spliff. He's smoking a fucking doobie. Do you know what he's got in his fluffy sporran bag? Imagine you need that in a winter's day in Scotland, but I think he's keeping his stash in there. Yeah, definitely. So, see this guy? He ends up with his head, his skull, on the 322 Skull and Crossbones table in Yale University's lodge, is where this guy ends up. This is Geronimo. For some reason, they got like, he's going to be dead meat, and then he's going to be like Freemason. So check his hat out. He's got like men with aerials on their heads and this big, massive sun thing. It's like the worldly visitors, little pyramids going on. So what was the deal with Geronimo then, guys? And why did the Masons want his skull so bad? They put it on their table. He looks really pissed off, doesn't he? He's not exuding happiness right there, but he's going to have his head shrunk. So, Books of the Victorian Era. This one is massive because it's probably read by giants. He's examining it. And I've shown you this. It's the Book of Magic in Arabic as well. And it shows you jinn, genie, which is also part of it. Now, here's another one that looks nutty as fuck. Do you know who this is? Let's examine Edgar Allan Poe. All of that weird shit that he wrote coming out of his Brian. So he's got like weird eyes for a start off. He's in Victorian times. And what's the matter with his bayonet? It's got like a wedge bayonet. He's got a big brain, is what he's got. He's got big brains. So why have Victorian gentlemen always got really fucking scruffy hair? Like they don't know what a brush is. Is it because they all wear hats and there's no point? I think that might be the case. Anyway. So Edgar Allan Poe looks proper mental, wouldn't you agree? Fuck yeah. Nuts. So, It gets me. It gets me. Queen Victoria. Let's have a look and have a think about Queen Victoria. So what we got here essentially is a grumpy widow. Okay. German. Or her husband was Albert, and she's a bit of a German, really. She runs all of the monarchies of Europe. Oh, yes, they're all her sprogages and offspring. And she's Victoria. So she's victorious over who exactly? She's a Phoenician. And the fact is this woman was the most powerful human being in the realm up until she died. So she's the longest reigning monarch for almost all of the 1800s. Up until like 1906, she is the most powerful human being on earth, is Queen Victoria. So a small, plump, no offense, looking lady who likes drugs. She likes weed, apparently. It's the most powerfulest woman ever. Isn't that fucking incredible to the mind? And she's 1850, 1960, and here is all of this stuff that goes on. God Save the Queen, 1895, and Queen Victoria's procession. And they're still doing it in this day and age. We got stupid Jubilee coming up, and they're going to have all that. You know, they'll have to pay people to wave flags this fucking time. I don't think anyone's going to do all that after Andrew. So there's a ship being launched in America. It's called Frank J. Henrik from Fairport. And I've never seen a ship being launched. I bet that'd be quite a good thing. So this guy has had a meal and now he's having a nap. I've never done that on a chaise lounge. Okay. He is a famous Russian astronomer whose name I can't pronounce. But what I find interesting with this astronomer is the map he got on the wall. Isn't that an interesting little azimuthal equidistant flat Earth map? Yeah. I don't know what this is with the pipe. Oh, this thing here with the gauge. What could that be? Anyway, interesting map. I can't remember his name. This is Amiens Cathedral. They protected it in World War II because it's been on fire before and destroyed. So with sandbags, I imagine the hard day's work of they got rooms inside of. Why didn't they go all the way up? The roof could get taken out. That would just protect the people down there then, really, so you can carry on services and stuff, I guess. I don't know. So in World War II, there's a German soldier who captured Russian. Okay, now this captured Russian is using a body plate. Why weren't these more widely used? He got shot twice, there, and he's still alive and he's still walking. So why didn't everyone have body armor on in World War II? And they would have survived direct bullets. As long as it don't hit you in the face. This one looks like he's had a ricochet or something. Well, anyway, if he survives, he's a lucky fucker. So as I said, like with the enemies, patronizing thing going on. It's just they're always posing. There's no war as such. All you see is like, like a cannon attack or siege cannons or just standing round. So these are captured British soldiers, 3 of them. They're smiling. There's nobody got no guns on them or bothering them in any way. They look like they're hanging out. They look like they're all mates. So I don't think it's like what they say, is it? So this guy, the longest beard in the world, he lived in the 1800s and he grew it from like when he was 1. He started his beard young. And it got to that. It's like a big natty dreadlock beard. So I bet he's proper clever. He looks a bit psychic anyway. Looks like he might know stuff. Wisdom. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is better. So look at this. In Britain, we have a boot, which is the front of a car. And this is actually a whole boot. So yeah, they should have more of these. Maybe, no, they'd just go stupid to have Nike fucking trainers, wouldn't they? go rap with it. But yeah, so that's cool. They had a boot car in past. Don't know if I've ever seen any of that before. Probably not. Rumpelstiltskin, Bob, Jersey Bob. I know. So again, it's the posing. Everything's disappeared, like in the background, and all of the soldiers, they ain't got guns. Where'd you keep your guns? Shh. All right, not supposed to mention that. Okay, you got shorts on. Is it summer? Shh. And there's nothing going on, is there? Shh. Okay, we'll move on. Here is digging out of the New York subway. And what a fucking terrible, dirty, dangerous workplace. What are they doing? Rocks and mud, clay, scraping it, apparently. So basically, they're digging the mud out of probably an existing network, as we know. So what did the British have? Well, they had shitty, crappy little billets. And this year is what they call bully beef. You may know it as corned beef. And we live on this in Britain, in the trenches, when the rats are running around. And I'm thinking I wouldn't sort of trust that with the amount of like dead hanging around in the trenches. I'm just saying. Here it is, bully beef and Campbell's soup. Oh, they live life on the edge in the trenches. If you get food. Jonestown flood, 1800s. Apocalyptic happening, flood is in the town in America, as you know. And this happened. 1889, Pennsylvania, Jonestown flood. Tree ends up in a window of a building. So I've covered it. It's on my Celtic Tatarian channel if you want to know more about that. So this is Easy Company. And from the film, you may know The Big Red One, or the film or the series Band of Brothers was depicted about these Easy Company. And they had a bit of an easy time after all of their action and ended up in Hitler's Bavarian retreat by the lions or the wolves lair, where he had all their famous photographs, and they are having a very nice time in Bavaria. So again, posing, no fighting going on, just a posy propaganda shot in very high quality color. So Tsar Nicholas II, Tsarina, all of his sproggages all ended up in this cellar. And apparently then, a couple of Red Army assassins come in armed with machine gun pistols, Mausers, or Maxims, Mausers, excuse me, and they assassinate the entire royal family. There is no evidence that any of this actually existed or happened except for this picture, believe it or not. Now, if you machine gunned a family, wouldn't there be blood up the walls? Brains? People, do you know when they're shot? Do you know like bits fly off and shit, guys? Yeah? Like blood fucking spray. I mean, a cloud of blood, guys. How come this place isn't saturated after the family's been massacred in there with blood? There's not a drop. They say Anastasia survived. She had diamonds stashed in her clothes and they bounced off her diamonds, etc. But I don't think any of it happened. I think they disappeared because they knew the game was up and the revolution was coming. Like it happened in France when they chopped everyone's heads off. Everyone's had a fucking shit full of the terrible, terrible way of living and being gaslit. Don't you know? So, tanks, World War II. That's that one. Belle of Little Rock. And there's a bit of humour. There's Uncle Sam chasing Hitler with a bayonet. Some caricature. So a bit of humour going on a tankage. Stan and Ollie. I fucking loves Laurel and Hardy. I watched one on my Facebook last night when they was carrying this piano, and it's all in mud flooded Los Angeles. You see so much mud flood and antiquity on these old Laurel and Hardy's. But yeah, it's weird to see them in colour. Look at the eyes on Laurel, Stan Laurel. He was British. And they're eating Heinz tomato soup. That's cheese bread, maybe. So yeah, I like Stan and Ollie. strange stuff. So they used to share a bed, and I thought that was a bit weird. But they did have other ones when they were married, which is also really weird as well. It's all weird. Anyway, in the remnants of Stalingrad, the Russians sneak through a trench. So yeah, what a fucking shit show Stalingrad was. That's not one place you'd want to find yourself in history. If you had to like appear anywhere at an instant in history, make sure it's not fucking Stalingrad, eh? So these are Finnish soldiers, World War II. They were called the Regiment of Death. As you can see, they got like death head stuff on their helmet. They were members of the Mannerheim Front, where, in fact, my father served. And he served with these, not this death heads bit, but the Finnish army in World War II. And they're rather proud of themselves, aren't they? They killed like fucking millions and millions of Russians, don't you know, in the Mannerheim Front. So, give money to the Ukraine is what it says on cash point machines and in shops and everywhere on my computer, Facebook, every fucking where is give money to the Ukraine. They're fucking loaded. There's people in Britain with sweet fuck all, guys. It's fucking insanity. It's going on all the time. Here is World War I, Charlie Chaplin. What's he doing? He's getting a big fucking crowd and he's asking them to buy war bonds. Yeah. Let's pay for this goddamn war. It's going to be fantastic, guys. And they send all the dope boys and then they get blown up in the trenches, apparently. So, yeah, it's all about like you pay, all of you pay for the war. So that's what's going on. Yeah. Buy bonds for the Ukraine. Big wank. So here's coppers in Britain in World War II in London. Okay. Escorting a family, friendly, past an unexploded bomb. And it turns out to be a 2,500 pound bomb, which would have been enough to disintegrate that entire area and turn it to dust. Just behind this building here, a 2,500 pound bomb, if you can believe that. So some images shared with you of colour antiquity. There's more of them to come a later date because I've got stacks of them and they are fantastic. So this is coming 2 weeks. Are you excited? Speaker Spotlight, Autodidactic, who is Campbell. FEB, the Holy Grail, the Great Reset Conference. There's juice in this. Thank you for the music on it. Fam, we love you. And let's check out what's happening and catch up with the news of all what's going on in Flat British realm. Oh, Campbell, a word from you.
Hello, didactic, autodidactic. And when I read, I like to look at letters on pieces of paper. Stop giving them any attention at all. Let's just focus on what we want to build. And let's do that. Whatever we want, we can do. You know, stop focusing on money and all this stuff. Just focus on what you want. You don't need to know how to get what you want. You just need to know what you want. And the universe tends to come in and help you out and give you what you want when you define what you want. So let's do that. Let's define what we want. And I'm sure that we all want the same thing, right? An amazing new earth, freedom to do what we want, you know, no shackles from systems and money and all this kind of stuff, and basic and health, right? A pure, clean earth without the poison. So I love you all. Hope you have an amazing day. Let's build an amazing earth, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now. You know, we had to put up with that, you know, for a year, you know, dancing nurses, and while we're being told, oh, the hospitals are full of dying people. Well, look what happened last month in the US at that concert, you know. I mean, it's just, they're rituals, right? They're rituals, all this stuff. They're all wizards. Yeah, exactly, like bad wizards. And this is all spell casting, right? Like what do they do on the news, right? They broadcast, they cast a broad spell, right, over the populace. It's all spelling. It's the first thing they teach us at school is spelling, right? I mean, it's all there. And if you haven't seen or heard of Star Force before, then you are in for a treat, because these things are pretty amazing. They are everywhere. And of course, the story we're told about them is completely ridiculous.
Oh, it's Cousin Ed! You've been gone so long! Dave was best I've ever seen you. Anyway, it's just fantastic. Anyone seen the same? What a work, Dave. That was wonderful. Woo! I had so interesting conflict. I had the enemy close me away. Sorry, I messed up. All of a sudden, it was like.
Ooh, it finished. So that's a fuck ton of fantastic, wouldn't you say? And also, in case you didn't know, I got a shop. I know it don't appear on my YouTube channel. Trying to get that done. But I got a fuck ton of Flat Earth British stuff like oi stuff, and even for the Great Reset Tour as well. So for your phone, and I've had this stuff for a while. I just like because I'm too busy with working and stuff. I forget to mention it, but yeah, look at this. The Great Reset, Holy Grail, the Great Reset tour bags, shirts, hoodies, which is pretty fucking cool and probably collectible, collector's piece. After all of this unbelievable adventure, there's going to be something a little bit different than your normal fucking stuff, which is bollocks in it. Stuff, people, things. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff I wanted to present. Memphis 1870s, Krakow, and a lot of other stuff as well, which I was going to present, but time is getting on, and I need to get on as well. So I'm getting fucking tired. My legs are going numb, actually. So I posted on Wednesday. I'm going to be back Wednesday again with more usage. As you can see, I got like a fucking load of stuff to show anyway. A whole new train of thought for the next Wednesday's show. Okay, I'm punch 2 out a week, and if I can do more, I will go live on the Martin Liedtke Flat Earth British channel, like I do. Okay, guys. So make sure to catch up with all of the usage. It's 2 hours of it there this week, and it was fantastic. And we all had to giggle like we do. And if you don't know, because you're new to my channel, okay, we have a lot of channels. They're all linked below. Martin Liedtke's Nectar channel, the Celtic Tatarian channel, and as I said, Martin Liedtke Flat Earth British channel. But this is Martin Liedtke, where we do usages. Okay, so make sure to subscribe and like, and all of juicy YouTube things for my efforts. And this is a friend of mine who's Guru Baba, and he's like Barbaria. I'll share this in the link down below in the descriptions box. I did sort of tell him that I would share his Guru Baba advice and stuff, which I know and I'm familiar with, and it's very good advice. I'm probably not that good at following personally, but also really good spiritual advice. So, yo, Rule says Flat Earth Accord. Oh, much love, bruv. So, yeah, if you are interested and you want to go meet a lot of truthers and do something completely different with your life, and I'm going to show you that my world is very magical and strange. So, there's a link in the descriptions box. On Flat Earth British Think Tank, I'm Martin Liedtke channel. Thank you, Free Press 666. There's no such thing as gravity. Well, no, it's electromagnetic attraction or repulsion, and buoyancy and density probably do the rest. But I definitely think there's a downward force, which is electromagnetic torus, pushing down off the apple, which causes a downward force. You don't need gravity. Gravity, they don't even know what it is anyway. They tell you they don't know. There's a force, whatever. Bollocks. Don't even care. Storm Lucy, thank you for watching. Much love. Flat image. And Christopher, the Heavenly Chair. I don't know. It's all like they got kings and all that stuff going on, like in the heavenly realm as well. So I wouldn't trust all that if I was you. Pushkin Castle. If you go to heaven, they make you watch like hours of like Elton John concerts and Westlife. Do you want that? Backstreet Boys. Did you want that with your dead reality? No, because it sounds like even the best of it in heaven would be shit. Yeah. In hell, you get like probably AC/DC, Metallica and stuff like that. So it's a balance, isn't it? If there's like somewhere in between, or don't play at all and fuck a lot of it, like what I do. Capalocious, all is mind. in this place, guys. Andrea73, close your eyes and see what happens. Oh, yeah, it's all gone, isn't it? Usage, thanks, D'Angelo. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. It's good uses about Noah and thoughts on, antediluvian world and the genealogy for Noah coinciding with giants, coinciding with the arrival of cities, city-states, townships, or citizenships, and the ruling class, which rule us today. And they definitely 100% exhibit the whole Phoenician thing. So Phoenicians themselves, I think they are eternal or living in eternity without the concept of time or the restrictions that we find ourselves in, which are breaking, the bonds are breaking. I find that definitely. My Atom, Fiona, a big Nugs, big Brian Nugs, good. I hope you're Brian. I did go through a lot of content just then, so I hope you're not puffed out too bad, and it gives you plenty to think about later, doesn't it? Yeah, did we learn a lot together today? Good. You might have said no then, did you? No, oh, good. Thanks. Sarah, I can hear. Spirit levels, latest Martin. Oh, thanks for popping by. Lovely lady. Spirit levels. Aaron Christopher met the sheds. Don't know about that. And at matters. Thanks, Rich. N2 King. Jan, Free Press. I have seen a giant eagle in person. Oh, have you? We live in an illusion. That must have been fantastic. They're massive, aren't they? I've seen in the Llantoni Valley in Wales once, a crane flew by me when I was on the side of a mountain, and it must have had like about, I don't know, 15-foot wingspan. Fucking thing was the biggest bird I've ever seen in my life. A crane. Huge. Massive. Hippie Shake. Hey, lovely. Good to see you, Sue. Yay. Thanks, Martin. Oh, thanks, Matt Pyman. Thanks for always popping by, bringing your love and vibration. In fact, all of you guys, bringing your love and vibration and just being good people with other good people, man. It's a good feeling, isn't it? Yeah. Got to deal with all that weirdness out there in the world. We don't do all that shit, yeah. We just keeps it real. Yeah. And Gainer, Headleyman, which is best strategy and course of action, especially in the truth of game, I find. I've got a globe-shaped plate. It doesn't hold much. Ha ha ha. Rich, very fucking funny. But yeah, it's laughable, isn't it? Fucking unbelievable bullshit people buy. I was watching Jeranism this morning. I was watching a bit of that, and he was talking about like germs and stuff that they tell you exists through the electron microscope, and all this stuff's just the same as planets, man. It's all CGI bullshit, all of it. Atoms, all of it. It's just wank, all of it. It's all inconceivable bullshit. It's always what you can't see. Germs, radiation, everything is down on, a level that we can't perceive. You know why? Because ain't fucking there. I'll say radiation is. Things are radiate. All right. And because I got a Geiger counter there in that grey box, and I took that box from the ship. It's got Radmore on there because basically we used to keep radioactive materials for the radar in it, and I sort of got a liking for the tin, and I didn't want to leave it on the ship, so it came home with me, like you do with hotel towels. That sort of thing went on. So Tony Easy magnetical tape research laboratory, been rubbing my eyes, my own pee into my eyes. Okay, this is where things go downhill, isn't it? You carry on with that as long as it doesn't evolve into shit. Okay, because it's all getting very fucking strange stuff that goes on. Anyway, each their own. I don't give a fuck. It's not my reality. Piss in your eyes, all you fucking want. I bet you got nice, sort of shiny eyes. Have you? Do you do like the sparkly eye technique? Because if you got that naturally anyway, you're not going to need to piss in your eyes. You're just going to have sparkly eye technique. Clendula, good to see you. Oh, India. Oh, thanks for everything and the video and helping my Brian work as well. Okay. Kitchener question. Hi, Kat. Good to see you. Wow, it's sat you. I hope I missed it. Oh, Natalie, how's it going? I spot a troll. Oh, no. Trolls don't come here. they poo themselves. Yeah, they don't know what to do yet. It's like, holy fuck, what do I do now? Because they're like proper, you know, chicken shits and cowards. So like, there's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get like totally fucking battered by 600 good people, which is what would happen. So very rarely get attacked by trolls or anything like that. Videos made about me and stuff, but generally they stay the fuck away wisely. 16th, Ed, good to see you, and Neil, because like basically, well, you know, I present what I'm talking about and show you the evidence for, like usually like a court case. So you can't really sort of, you know, troll that because it's evidence. Like two different authors, two different texts corroborating the same similar narrative for Noah Pugsled. Too much of a coincidence for my liking, and it's outside of the official narrative, which is what we do on Flat Earth British, where, or sort of, apart from like Flat Earth extraordinaire, alternative historian. Don't you know? Dance move for the beat, the sprinkler. Yeah, have a little bit of music now. Get funky. Maybe have a little dance. Okay. Maybe a bit of like Disco Inferno or something funky to have a little dance to around your room. So do that now. Okay. And have a good evening, rest of your evening. Moonby Mitch. JJ, how's it going? Much love to you and all of your fam. Dave Murphy emailed me back a few days ago from an email I sent him in 2017. It was hilarious. He's just catching up, mate. Don't worry, it takes a while. Oh, Jersey Bob. God love Dave. Capalosis. Kudos to India. She's a real asset to the whole Truther community. More people should support her channel as well. She does her stuff in other realms of truth as well. Benny Riley. Love to everyone. Liddy. Oh yeah, nice people. I know Liddy. Chris Duggan. Can't wait. Fucking fantastic on toast. Can't wait myself. Sun and Moon are plasma projections. Very, very possibly. 3 pairs. Griffin, how's life? Everything? Well, I'm everybody and nobody. I'm everywhere and I'm nowhere at the moment. And plus, I don't exist in this realm. So, at all. None of us do. So, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, high possibility that we're dead in some sort of weird hologram, like a holodeck simulation going on anyway. And this is definitely not the same realm as before. In fact, it's changed so many times now. It's hard to even imagine. So, yeah, I remember the old world. It's like fuck all, like this one. So, Aaron Christopher, they can see it. They just don't know what it is yet. Arthur, good to see you. Effie, always get energy from this video. Oh, well, I'm glad about that. I hope it's positive energy. So don't fear the reaper. Yeah, should be like nature. Yeah, the tree doesn't give a fuck. It's not panicking like shit because you got to go, and they're not dead anyway. They're pretending to be dead trees. They just comes back, as you know, like us. Ether, either this tune is brilliant or this spliff is better. Tommy, it's a bit of both, mate. Yeah, it's a beautiful symbiosis of music and ganginess. Okay, like a marriage made in heaven. That's why we got receptors God gave us. And thank you, Brian Evans. Hoping to catch up with you soon one day, my blessed brother Brian. Put that back. Monkey. And see my effort to pronounce that was 0. Graceface. I like that name. I will be saddened and laughing at the captions. Don't be sad. If you are sad, only be sad for a split second, and then we will happy you up straight after. Balance that shit right out. I require balance, yeah? I'm fucking Libra. I need balance in my life. Noose, casting. Thank you, Dave Knuckles, my brother. And like I said, if you're still there, Dave, Cycle Dave, my brother, you there? Yeah. Thinking of you, mate. We're all sending love to you. Yes. It's a hard time when your dog goes, man. It breaks your heart, I'm sure. And it must be fucking lonely. So I'm just thinking, maybe we can have a dog. My friend did after like Mercy went. It was like, oh, it's so heartbreaking. And it's just like, I know you can't replace them, but the souls may be like, you know, transferred, and she might find her way back karmically into another dog. And that happens, brother. That fucking happens. A karmic connection, love and stuff, time and like different lifetimes. And that don't make no fucking difference to it. Yeah, at all. Karmic, Eternal love connections are forever. As is eternity forever. So that's what I've been thinking about. That's my Brian for today. Thank you, Picos. So I've shared my Brian juice with you. If you enjoyed, I'm glad if you have. Thanks, Tracy. Sounds good. Cool. Average. Right, let's move up. So if you are in chat now, Laura, how's it going? Curious. This has been another epic flatter day. Well, I do make the effort, and I hope you do enjoy. I like to keep a happy thing going on, because most people just like moans like shit. Thanks, Curtis. 420 moans like shit about every fucking thing. And like I said, I'm a kung fu master at like the noble art of not giving a fuckness. Got it down to T. I had it down to T when I was in school, guys. I'm really good at it. Thanks for another great show. Oh, well, you all seem very positive and happy. Original Stormtrooper. Cool. And let me have a little. So say Tarar in chat. I'm going to go, because like I said, my legs are like falling asleep now. So Mo, much love, bruv. They come in waves and do that. Indeed, they do. They do. These changes are like that butterfly effect. You know, you guys literally perceive them, I think. Anyway, Bob Sykes, thanks, mate. Happy 420 to you as well. Calvin Bell. I'm a Libra. Are you, Calv? Fucking hell. We're almost like brothers. That's scary. Shit. And seasons with love. That's nice. We have fun. We have joy. We have seasons in the sun. Misty Will, good to see you. Love. Curtis. But the fun didn't last because the bastards run too fast. Space is fake. Neil Shannon. I got loads of silly songs, but I won't sing them to you now. Oh, send it, Jade, love and hugs from afar. So I wonder if Future of the Past, Jade, are you in chat? Because it would be really, really lovely if you come and say hello to us. Magi? Libra's rule. Well, not really. I hope not. And Vertigo? Don't need rulers. Well, you might need a ruler if you want to draw a straight line or you know, no inches and centimeters and stuff. But apart from that, you don't need them for anything fucking else. Long stick or a pike. That's what you need. You need a social distancing stick. Keep them weird motherfuckers with the blue things on their chin, because they're not going to ever let them go for some reason. It's like chin nappy, all sweaty and dribbly and wet of stuff on their chin. Very off-putting, isn't it? I know that fucking bit of air. Got the like fucking Clark Kent's going on here, guys. Doosh. Snoring. So Dean, who is aloha. Okay, can't wait for you to invite me over to Hawaii, where I'm greeted by hula hula film girls, like in Elvis Presley films. Just give you a bad fucking version of reality. They're not real, obviously. Misty World and Fam and Cattage. Very beautiful people. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining and bringing vibrations, I said. I hope you did enjoy the comedy sections and all of the weird things that I've said, because I couldn't recall it now at all, ever. Martin, is there a way out of the simulation, or do we repeat the cycle? No, man. There's 100% a way out of this place. And it's not what any of you think either. It's just the whole place is going to change. Like the Celestine prophecy, the whole place. Just wake up, all of it. And they got no hold. They just won't be able to do it, guys. They just can't carry on anyway. It's fucking insanity. It's ridiculous to the extreme what they're doing to everybody. How can we live like this? All of us. For our entire lifetimes. And all of our families and all of our relatives. Look at our children growing up and think they got to go through that fucking nightmare torture for their entire lifetimes. Huh? Do you want that? Do you fuck? HK. Running out of chances, aren't they? We're running out of chances. Not really, because we already did it in the future. Just get in there. Just keep reminding myself of that fact. Head the lock on Purple Martinville and the Orney of Riding. I don't know what the fuck that is, Jersey Bob. I'll pretend I knew what it meant. And thank you, my brother. That is Fowler. I still want a troll, though. It's hard to troll. It's just like, you can picture them, can't you? They're like just really, really sad. And nobody talks to them, not even when they go down to the shop or anything. And the only outlet they got is writing evil shit in chat feeds and stuff. But most trolls, a lot of trolls, especially in the flat earth, they're on wages. They are. They wouldn't spend all that day fucking hassling fucking flat earthers for the last 7 fucking years if they wasn't, because that'd be some strange kind of fucking insanity going on right there, don't you know? But it happens with the Globe Troll channels, I mean. Let's face infinity without flinching. Well, there you are. Let's all be double ad bastards. Okay. And epic as fuck, people. All right? Okay, take that with you. There's Matt's advice. Thank you, Karen. And thank you, Jersey Bob. I missed you, World. And Curtis, and all you lovely people. Earth is duality. Anyway, depending on what you're thinking. The world is led by our emotion instead of logic. Emotion is a massive, massive part of this, Esley. I think I'll talk about emotion in the future. Because without it, they don't do emotion. I've noticed they just don't do it. It's like you have something really fantastic or something really moving, and they just don't seem to be like emotionally attached to any of it. It's just like part and process. Sick. So yeah, motion is a lot, and I will talk about that soon. Blew up a couple of mines last night with the flat smacking. Good for you, Ian. Flat smack them. And it is mind-blowing. We haven't heard about it. Anyway, see you Wednesday. Thank you for that, Glenage. Thank you, Dream Watcher. Nostar to you. Much love to you all. Share this out and like it if you did. And sub to all Flat Earth British channels. There's loads of them. And all the other groovy stuff that there is required on YouTube. For survival purposes. Especially in the truthers. Because there's not many of us actually left on YouTube. Thank you, Eddie Diesel. Frozen and brought back to the 25th century. I always wanted to meet Buck Rogers. Love Buck Rogers and Tweaky. Mini meat. Okay, thank you. Oh, all hail Jew Shifter. Thanks for the stream. I didn't even know you was there, Geo. Why didn't you say? So, if any of you other like YouTubers like Geo Shifter are watching me, which you are, because I know you fucking are. Say, do a little star splat in my chat. I dare you. Go on. Don't be shy. We're all lovely people here. Thank you, Gary Felton. Much love. You're a good listener. I know that, Gio. I know that. So, sweet dreams, Missy, and all of you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend and day. And thank you for the fantastic night. I've had a fucking word of a time. Q-Essence. I like to make people laugh and blow minds because it's basically what I do. Anyway, so thank you all. It's much love to you all. And I can post that link for the tickets in the descriptions box as well. And here in the chat, 4 tickets for said conference that's coming up in 2 weeks' time in Birmingham, not Alabama, England. Okay, thanks, Michael Sweeney. Wait. Flat times. I just woke up. Oh, you missed it on me. I'm going to fuck off. Jimmy James. It's getting late. Oliver, thanks. Thanks, Fiona. Nostar. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, all you groovy, lovely people. I got to go. Brian's got zinging going on now from my voice. Our neck of the woods. Oh, I got a love hat. And Chanyan. Thank you. Mr. Yam. Oh, I got a love hat. I'm so happy. Thank you, India. And Birmingham. Oh, yeah, burn the ham. I never thought of that. Anyway, I got to go. Peace and love. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you Wednesday. But I will be about. Keep an eye on my community page for updates and usage and anything else that comes across that I need to get out into the ether. Okay? Okay. Thank you, guys.